Good evening from Montpelier High School and Hobie Krause Field, along with my quarterback, Tori Strock. I'm Lynn Grawl. It's the Black Swamp Football Gamecast presented by the Gherkin Companies. Our first video broadcast ever. We're here at Montpelier High School for the opening night of the prep season on a rare Thursday night for us, Coach. We get to see Defiance Napoleon on this night a lot in the past, but we're over here in Antwerp over here in Montpelier as they have the Archers in town. Looking forward to it.
Lynn, it's great to be back, and big thanks to Athletic Director Joe Briggle, essentially rolled out the red carpet for us here at Montpelier. Competitive matchup on tap here tonight, anybody's ball game.
Great weather for August night on a Thursday night. Some years we get it in the 90s, but low 80s, a little bit of humidity, but not bad. A nice east wind as well here at Hobie Krause Field in Montpelier.
No, you're absolutely right, and they've made some outstanding upgrades here over the years, Lynn, and the natural grass surface is in tip-top shape. I paid it a visit during pregame. They've done a great job maintaining this and upgrading this facility.
Yeah, beautiful press box, plenty of room here tonight. Tons of media here as well for this GMC and clash with the Locomotives, who are joining a new league up in Michigan, the Great Lakes League this season, formerly kind of the TAC. And so a few Michigan schools, the Williams County schools up this way, jumping into there. And it'll be interesting to see. Whiteford is the favorite in that league, the new look league this season. Ottawa Hills has jumped ship to the SBC this season, but it should be an exciting season here, especially in Montpelier, and we'll see how Jason Hale's Archers do this season in the Green Meadows Conference. Paulding Fairview, obviously the big favorites. Sonora is always a traditional power there as well, Coach. And then maybe anybody's game from 4 on down this season in the GMC.
No, you're absolutely right. There's a lot of parity there. I'm really excited to see Montpelier. You know, we got a sample of Whiteford a year ago, and so I know that was a year in the past, but curious to see how maybe Montpelier will stack up against them. I am tickled to death. Two of our favorite coaches here, Jason Hale and Andy Robinson. I'm tickled to death that Coach Robinson's numbers have continued to climb as kids are kind of gravitating towards his message.
Yeah, he's got great numbers. Started out 20s probably when he first got here, and he just kept building this thing. A lot of tradition here. If you know the NWL and in your playing days at Liberty Center in the early 90s, David Rose and crew, boy, they had some outstanding players.
Lynn, so many folks in the modern day lose sight of the guys that came before him, and I was talking to Athletic Director Joe Briggle, who was in my class in high school. My junior year, we came over here in 91, and the Locos beat us. Mike Bum was our quarterback. Nathan Rose in the backfield. Joe Briggle played. Andrew Hicks was a stellar linebacker. And then we planned on returning the favor my senior year in 92 at Liberty Center. We won the league outright that year, but we had one blemish. Montpelier came into Tiger Stadium and knocked us off. Nathan Rose had graduated, but David Rose remained. And so much tradition, and because of that, Lynn, I have nothing but respect for Montpelier, the school and community.
Speaking of Bummer, just down the way from us here to our left is he's on WBNO with the great Andy Briggle. They don't make him any better than Andy Briggle and Mike Bum, two of the great media personalities in this area. Andy Briggle said this is his 34th year.
You know, there's when you think of local media, there are certain staples. Seems like there's a lot of Johnny-come-latelys just because of the accessibility with technology and that. But Andy Briggle's one of those guys. Obviously, Dave Kleck, Kenny Stabler. And I would mention Andy Briggle. I mean, Dave Kleck's in rare air, and so is Kenny. But dare I mention Andy Briggle in the same breath?
Yeah, getting ready for our coin toss here tonight. We'll catch that. My brother Andy Grawl is on the camera for us tonight and also tomorrow night at Charles Buckenmeyer Stadium when Defiance and Napoleon clash in their annual Maumee River rivalry game. We struggle with getting the coin toss, but we're not going to tonight because the camera's going to be on it. That's Andy's one task for the night. You
know, one thing I'll chime in and say, Lynn, and I know you and Andy are both humble, you would never say this, but for our fans, they get a heavy dose of you and I throughout the season. But Andy, resides up in Jackson, Michigan, and there's people right now going, I didn't know he had a brother, Andy. Well, if you're a Northwest Ohio football fan, you know Andy Grohl played on the great Craig McCord Ayersville state runner-up team in 1986, when they were knocked off by 1 point by Newark Catholic down at Ohio Stadium. And Andy was a linchpin on that football team. He was a tough nut, and he's running our camera tonight. So bear with him. It's his first time, but he should have a pretty good idea of what football film should look like.
Yeah, I think he knows a little bit about the game, right?
He does. He's fun to golf with, too.
Yeah, this is probably his first high school football game he's been at in maybe a couple decades or so.
Yeah, he's kind of laid low over the last several years. I think he's retired now. If he
is retired.
Told me
that's how we got a hold of him.
That's how we got him.
We're going to put him to work on Friday nights. The next 14, 15 Friday nights. Won't be able to do video at the state championship if we're fortunate enough to get a team down to the Canton level later on in this year in December. There's a lot of people we need to thank, Coach. First of all, the Gherkin companies for being the title sponsor of this. Yep. They have stepped up, and they have supported us like no other. We appreciate their support and all of our sponsors tonight. We have tons of them. Yeah. When we said we were doing video for our Gamecast, there were a lot of folks that decided they wanted to jump on board and support us. Looks like Antwerp is going to receive the ball here tonight to start this, and we'll see Jason Hale's offense begin it. Also, I want to thank Derek Freese over at Delta. He's their tech guy. He's been running a video for Delta for a number of years, and I met with him all the way back in January. It was a cold, miserable, minus 20 out, and I met him over at Delta, and he set me up with all of this. Also, the crew at My Sports Live over in Paulding County, they are fantastic, and also Mark Bly at LC Tiger Sports Live. Now, folks, our broadcast is not going to be up to their standards. They get a little more fancier than what we do, but give us some time. Maybe in the next few years we will keep building on this thing. But some people that we definitely want to thank.
Boy, the list is endless, Lynn. And just to kind of touch on what you said, we're humbled by the support and sponsorships, and we have some cool awards. We'll have Black Swamp Safe Pet Dog of the Game tonight.
Yep.
Also the Swanton Welding Ironman of the game, and then we have another cool award that we'll get into Saturday morning, I know, but boy.
Peak performance from Napoleon Physical Therapy, the new place in Napoleon. Kevin McCann and Ryan Crandall. Kind of a jump off from the Defiance Physical Therapy, Bryan Physical Therapy up here in Williams County. They're a big supporter of ours. You'll hear from them as the night goes on. They're going to be our podcast guests on Monday, Ryan and Kevin will. Looking forward to having a former Napoleon Wildcat, and Kevin McCann was one of the all-time greats from Northwest Ohio at Tenora.
Yeah, there'll be quite a duo on that podcast. And then also, we said Joe Briggle, first class, rolled out the red carpet. This Wise Guys Pizza down here, that hit the spot.
Yep.
And normally don't like to see media guys as a bunch of savages around the food, but we did partake tonight.
Civil folks here tonight in Montpelier.
It is a civil crew up here.
We're going to take a break here from the Gherkin companies, come back, talk about this one a little bit more, and also all of the area action around Northwest Ohio. Plenty of Thursday night games this season. We'll get into that after this break.
Hard-working individuals have been the heart of the Gherkin companies for generations. We're a leader in road construction and building material supply, and we're experiencing rapid growth and expansion. As our name implies, the Gherkin Companies is several businesses rolled into one. Companies with different names and areas of specialization, each powered by an incredible mix of dedicated people. We're looking for passionate, caring, and trustworthy individuals who want to grow alongside us. We pride ourselves on offering a generous benefits package, continuous training, top-notch equipment, and a workplace culture that celebrates and rewards hard work. At the Gherkin Companies, we understand that where you work matters. So whether you have years of industry experience or are just starting your career, we encourage you to apply. Ready to take the next step in building a brighter future with us? Discover our current job openings at gherkincompanies.com/careers today.
Welcome back here to Montpelier High School. I'm going to show you a shot of my man Torrey Strock here. We got some camera options with our setup this season.
Love it.
Put a face to the voice
Yeah,
for all the people that have listened to us over the years.
I don't think I've ever worn shades, Lynn, as we've broadcasted before. But boy, that sun just pounds you here
Yes,
at Montpelier. And
yes, it does.
so that's pretty cool. We've stepped it up a little bit in the technology
Yes,
department.
we have. Antwerp 3-7 a year ago. Montpelier got into the playoffs. We're 6-5. Antwerp leads this series 6-2 over the years. Archers won 35-0 in 2024, 42-6 in 2023, 47-0 in 2022, 49-8. I'm sorry, in 2021, 44-38 in 2018, and 32-28 in 2017. Montpelier won 40-26 back in 2019, and they also won last year's game 24-16, a close game over at Archer Field. Archers outgained the Locomotives 343-336 in that matchup with 192 yards rushing on 33 attempts, and were 14 of 30 were the Archers for 152 yards. Montpelier, they ran for 178 yards on 24 attempts and were 10 of 14 passing for 158 yards. Hayden Sharps, who we will not see for the first time in Andy Robinson's career here at Montpelier. Boy, Hayden Sharps was a tough nut back there at quarterback for the Locomotives. It was fun watching him over the years. He threw for 170 yards, 2 TDs a year ago. Griff Cooley had 122 yards rushing and 2 scores on only 9 lugs. Gage Clevenger ran for 118 yards on 17 attempts to lead Antwerp. We'll see Gage again here tonight. And Braden Fuller caught 6 passes for 102 yards for the Archers in that one. But that one was last year. This is a new one, a little bit different team on each side as that happens in small school football.
Yeah, it does, Lynn, and depth is always a concern. And one thing that'll rear its head tonight is conditioning, and you know both these coaches do an outstanding job of preparing their kids. But even though it's a nice night for football, the sun's still out, and boy, you get that adrenaline going, and that toe meets the football to start things off. You get a little bit fatigued.
Yeah. Has been a super hot August for the 2-a-days or whatever they do. I don't know that many do 2-a-days anymore, but August practice, it has been crazy. It was a little humid a week ago, but it's been a pretty calm fall or August so far for the football teams in Ohio.
You know, I know it is, and I know that our old school, quote unquote, old school coaches probably don't like the modern day setup, but the old saying, work smarter, not harder.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's probably trended in the right direction as long as the kids are properly conditioned and in order to prevent injury. And but I think it's a good move, especially as we've seen numbers. You know, if you're having 8-hour 2-a-days from August 1st until the first game, can you imagine what numbers would be?
Yeah.
And so it's the way it needs to be.
Yeah. Just heard from Derek Freeze. He said everything looks great. Thanks, Derek, for tuning in tonight and watching us. We appreciate all the help through this journey to get to the video portion.
Yeah, Derek Freeze has been a good dude for a long time and very selfless. And, you know, you mentioned the My Sports guys and stuff as well. One of the things that's cool in this industry, Lynn, is the guys' willingness to help each other out, and so we've been blessed in that regard too.
Yeah, you mentioned Mark Bly over at LC Tiger Sports Live too, and the My Sports guy. I mean, they do an incredible job in what they do, and again, we're not quite that fancy yet. Maybe someday we can get there, but they've set the bar pretty darn high for video coverage of what they do around Northwest Ohio.
No, they have, and I admit I'm a fan.
Yeah.
If we're not working, I like to tune into one of those 2 other products you just mentioned.
Yeah. Sheriff Landers, I'm sure, will be on the call for quite a few games of the Archers over in Antwerp this season. He does a great job. I think Doug Billman helps him out a little bit too, and Scoot Miller does some work for them. I don't know if Kenny Stabler and his son do some work as well for them.
I think they do.
Yeah,
Jason Landers, Sheriff Landers, he's
a good treasure, man.
He is a treasure, and the great thing about Sheriff Landers is he's the county sheriff, but he is just a regular guy.
Yeah.
Played on my summer AAU team.
Did he?
Back in the summer of 1990,
Was
believe
he
it or
a black
not.
hole?
Well, no, he shared it better than some. I could tell you the ones that didn't, but I won't get into that now.
Well, do share.
No.
People want to know who the ball hogs were back in your day.
I'll tell you what, Andy Smith from Defiance, big stud pitcher. Remember Andy? He never met a shot he didn't like.
Oh, really?
I can tell you that, yeah.
Andy's a distant cousin of mine, and his son's now playing left tackle for the Indiana Hoosiers, and he's probably going to be a top 10 NFL pick coming up next spring.
Yeah, and that's a great story. And the thing is, Andy didn't play football at Defiance.
No. Well, I wouldn't have either, the way he could throw the baseball around.
So growing up, Lynn, we played a lot of travel all-star tournaments at Kingsbury Park, right? Mm-hmm. And it was cool because they were the first place I ever played that announced your name. And when you saw Andy Smith on the hill for Defiance Little League,
you didn't dig in very deep, did you?
No. I was up there looking for a walk, and that was it.
Just got a message from our good friend Dick Cromwell. He's out on his patio stir-frying some veggies with steak.
But he's got a Mountain Dew nearby.
I guarantee you he does. He was on our podcast. If you're not listening to that, tune into that before you watch some Friday night games tomorrow night.
And Coach Cromwell, whether you're aware or not, we got a lot of positive feedback regarding your presence on the podcast the other night.
Yes,
you got a lot of closet fans out there, buddy.
Yes, he's an absolute legend.
Yep.
And not just in this area, but the entire state of Ohio. Two-time state champion at St. Francis de Sales, and also in the Ohio High School Football Coaches Association Hall of Fame, and a great guy off the field as well. I would have loved to have played for Coach Cromwell back in the '80s. I bet he could take the paint off the wall with you.
And he did. That was a different era of coaches. You know, you had him at St. Francis, and then you had another legend, Fred Beyer, at St. John's, you know, and you know those two had some battles, but they probably had a Pepsi after the game sometimes.
I guarantee you they did. Let's hear from a few more of our sponsors, Coach. We're going to come back and talk about the starters for this one tonight. American Freedom Energy and Grandma's General Store off Route 24 on State Route 109, just south of Liberty Center, now has 88 unleaded fuel and is your one-stop shop for fuel, food, drinks, and much, much more, including locally raised meats and home-baked goods. American Freedom Energy and Grandma's General Store is proud to support Black Swamp Football and is the host of the Black Swamp Football podcast, football show, and Saturday mornings Rise and Rewind. Stop in and see Glenn and Greg today and make American Freedom Energy and Grandma's General Store a part of your everyday routine.
At Ag Credit, agriculture is where we started, but it's not all we do. We also provide competitive home loans for individuals and families across our communities. With personalized service and flexible loan options backed by a team that understands your community and your needs, we're here to help you secure the home of your dreams. Visit agcredit.net to connect with the local mortgage loan originator.
4A Creative Design is a retail store and vocational job training site located in Napoleon. It serves as a community program that empowers individuals with developmental disabilities by helping them learn essential vocational skills and gain the hands-on experience needed to secure competitive employment within the community. Program participants design, craft, and produce unique merchandise. This workflow allows them to practice manufacturing, retail operations, and customer service. They use modern tools, including a UF-DTF printer for branding hard surfaces and laser engraving equipment. Visit them at 121 West Washington Street in Napoleon, or visit their website at 4acreativedesign.com. KK Collision is a leader in the auto repair industry that has been servicing Northwest Ohio's auto needs for over 27 years. We offer a fast and reliable repair option that stands above the competition. When your vehicle enters our facility, you can be assured that you have chosen the most technologically advanced repair facility in the area. KK Collision is an automotive body and mechanical shop, as well as both a light and heavy-duty towing service located in Liberty Center. Our towing services cover Northwest Ohio and the surrounding area 24 hours a day. Are you in need of a repair estimate? Visit us anytime during business hours for a free estimate at T556 Ohio 109 on the north side of Liberty Center, or call 888-533-7801 or visit our website at kkcollision.com.
The biggest wins don't happen by accident. They happen because of the team behind them. At Swanton Welding, We know what it takes to bring big ideas to life. With decades of experience in structural steel and custom metal fabrication, our team has the skills and capabilities to deliver. Metal is what we fabricate. Confidence is what we deliver. Swanton Welding.
Welcome back here to Hobie Krause Field in Montpelier tonight as the Antwerp Archers are in town for a Thursday night affair to kick off the 2026 season. The Porch coaches over in Liberty Center at Mike Mann's house, they have us tuned in. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. We'll hopefully see you here in the coming weeks. We're a little busy tonight. We won't make it tonight.
A little busy tonight, and listen, that's a pretty tough crew, so go easy on us. This is like our first scrimmage, so to speak. So we may be a little rusty. Lynn won't, but I probably will. So we thank them, and I've gotten a few messages from some folks that are tuned in. Hopefully they like the video tonight, Lynn.
Yeah, cameraman, he's pretty good. We'll get him broken in here a little bit. I got to knock off some rust. It's been 8 months since we've been on the air.
And truth be told, here even in the pregame, I've stuttered and stammered a couple times like I don't normally do, and so bear with us. And yeah, we do have one of the finest cameramen you're going to find.
Yeah, a little unproven, but I think he'll get there. I think he'll get there. Let's start on the Antwerp offensive side. Starters tonight, quarterback Ryder Hines, 6'1", 192 junior, returning starter. He ran the ball a little bit a year ago, 21 rushes, 102 yards. He threw 7 passes, completed 3 of those a year ago. Gabe Klebinger, he is back, 5'9", 167 senior, running back, 144 rushes, 643 yards. He hit pay dirt twice. Wide receiver Braylon Engel, 5'11", 153 sophomore. Wide receiver Michael Roars, 5'11", 159 senior. The other receivers is Parker Bermajo. He's 5'10", 160, a freshman. Other receiver Braden Fuller, 6'1", 170 junior, 32 catches a year ago, 404 yards, 3 TDs. Another returning starter. Keegan Gray Wyckoff, 6'4", 259 senior. Started a year ago, obviously. Had 2 catches, 42 yards, one of those for a touchdown. Coach Hale also gave him a dozen totes, 64 yards. 3 of those went for touchdowns. How would you like to tackle that big boy? He is headed to Temple as a defensive end, and we'll get to his defensive prowess as the night goes on. Also on the left side, Aiden Dunderman, 5'11", 257 senior. Center is his twin brother, Braden Dunderman, 5'7", 242 senior. They call him Big D and Little D in Antwerp.
I mean, 5'7" and 5'11", that's quite a discrepancy.
Yeah, yes it is. Tyler Overman is the right guard, 5'7", 212 senior, and the right tackle is Riley Smith, 6'2", 228 senior, also another returning starter. The Archers averaged 127.3 yards rushing and 157.8 yards passing in 2025. They scored just 163 points, so they need to get the offense going a little bit. We're going to try to catch the national anthem here, Coach, so if I'm yapping here and they start, just smack me, please.
Yep, sure will.
On the Montpelier defensive side, tackle Zane Stahl, 6'3", 270 junior. At nose, Anthony Fletcher, 5'11", 235 sophomore. Ryan Riggenbaugh is the other tackle, 6'4", 210 junior. Alma mater, all right. Sam linebacker Carter Meek, 6', 185 junior. He will also get plenty of carries at the running back position. Mike linebacker Malachi Smith, 5'10", 200 senior. He had 84 tackles a year ago to lead them. Jack linebacker is World Peace, 6', 180 sophomore. One of the cornerbacks is Xavier Eitenayer, 5'9", 155 senior. The other one is Jacob Lyons, 5'10", 155 junior. Free safety, Keon Foster, 5'10", 150 sophomore. And the strong safety is Wes Hartsock, 6'4", 210 senior. He will also start at quarterback tonight for Montpelier, as he has some big shoes to fill. As we mentioned, Hayden Sharps is the guy they had a year ago.
Boy, Lynn, 6'4", 210. That is quite a frame. Wow, strong safety. He's going to come up and smack some people tonight.
Well, on the other side, we'll see Keegan Gray Wyckoff, see if he can get to Mr. Hartsock tonight.
Well, I'll tell you what, you either got to double team him. Some coaches would say go right at him and maybe read him, depending on what you're doing schematically. But I'm excited to watch him play.
Yeah, getting ready for our national anthem here. We will catch that for you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we live in a country with freedoms like no others. Will you please stand Gentlemen, remove your caps as we honor this great nation and the men and women all over this world serving our country by the playing of our national anthem. Tonight's anthem performed by the Montpelier Marching Band.
Thank you to the Montpelier Band for our rendition of the national anthem tonight, and that much closer to kicking off the 2026 season, about 3.5 minutes away. Plenty of action around the area tonight on a Thursday night to open up this season. Lipsick is at Tiffin Calvert. Pandora Gilboa is at Clymer Stadium taking on Columbus Grove. St. John's Jesuit, that game is at Scott tonight. Canal Winchester Harvest Prep at Versailles, and Lima Shawnee at LCC, and Lehman Catholic is at Delphus St. John's. The game that a couple of them stick out to me, LCC and Shawnee. Bob Olin, who folks up here in Williams County know well, is taking over at Lima Shawnee. They're expecting some big things and maybe challenging for the Western Buckeye League championship this season. You know the T-Birds of LCC always have some dudes. That'll be a nice matchup down in Lima. The other one I'm curious is Harvest Prep at Versailles. Colin Boff, great quarterback for Harvest Prep. He's headed to BG. Harvest Prep just played a killer schedule a year ago, went 4-5 and didn't get into the playoffs, and they may have been the biggest challenge for Liberty Center on their path to the playoffs had they gotten in. They are at Versailles. Versailles expecting big things down there this season. Back to Tiger Ball. Scott Brorman, who played for the great Al Hetrick, is taking over the Versailles program, and they are pumped for some Tiger Ball again.
Yeah, and they should be. And Lynn, what a great barometer for where the Versailles Tigers are this year, and jumping right into the fire to start. Columbus Grove Pandora Gilboa is interesting because no matter how you think that game's going to go, it's always tight. Pandora Gilboa stole one from the Bulldogs last year. So are they walking into a hornet's nest tonight at Clymer Stadium?
Yeah.
We'll see. And then the one you mentioned, I am curious to see the Bob Owen offense unveiled in that rivalry game tonight.
We were talking to Mike Baum, and he thinks Bob's got a little bit of a defense this season. And I was talking to Mike Vickers this week, too, and thinks that he has a defense. We'll see. We'll see. I'll have to see it before I'll believe it. But I've heard Bob is going to play some D this year.
Well, I'll tell you what. He's got a couple of linebackers that he really, really likes, according to him at our preseason meeting. Lynn, one thing, Thursday night openers have become much more commonplace than they were years ago. The only show in town years ago was Napoleon Defiance when John Snowden, Jerry Beauty decided to go to a Thursday night, and I actually inherited that game.
Yeah.
And now it seems to be more widespread. I've always had mixed feelings on it, but I always discovered it comes down to one thing. If you win, you don't mind it.
Yeah, yep. Couple of hellos for the folks out there watching for us tonight. Andy Robinson's grandparents, Ken and Lorna Burt, that's his mom's parents. They're down in Lima, I believe. And then Larry Robinson, who is Dave's dad. God rest Dave's soul, a great, great man. Spent many years at Fairview. He's up in northern Michigan tuning in tonight. So thank you for them to tune in, and glad you're tuned in, and you have a great grandson in Andy Robinson.
Oh, boy.
What a great guy. And I'm going to get a little choked up, but he had a nice message for us.
Yep, walked into the press box in a nice handwritten note from Coach Andy
Won't
Robinson.
get into it, but
Yep.
thank you, Andy, and that was much appreciated. Some new gear for our podcast table and Saturday mornings Rise and Rewind. Thank you to Coach Robinson for that.
Yep, he's one of the good guys, and we appreciate those guys tuning in. Just saw another Montpelier legend roll in, and this is where things could go sideways. Troy Roth is in the house.
Troy Roth is here, huh?
Yeah, that's
Troy Roth's spent a few years doing some sales for Black Swamp
Yeah.
football, and I know he's well respected up here.
he's a fun guy, I'll tell you that.
Antwerp will get the ball to begin the night here, Coach. They are they'll defend the north end zone. Montpelier will defend the south end zone here at Hobie Krause Field.
You know, I'm not usually good with directions at stadiums like you are, Lynn, but this sun setting helps.
Yeah. Malachi Smeltzer kicks it away. It's going to be fielded by the Archers, and a nice return out past the 30 out towards the 35-yard line.
That was a freshman, I believe, Lynn, if I saw number 6 correctly.
It was number 6, yes.
Parker Lucas, 5'8", 164-pound freshman, kicking off the season with a KOR.
Gets it out to the 35. The sun right now is beaming right in our eyes, Coach, but the Archers taking over. Ryder Hines, 6'1", 192 junior, is at quarterback. Going to go to the shotgun trips here to the near side.
One of the great play callers, I think, Lynn, in Northwest Ohio is Jason Hale. Love watching his offense.
Agree. Twin receivers to the far side for Ryder Hines. He is going to look to throw. Throws it out here to the near side and is broken up. Incomplete. Good defensive play from the Locos there. Jacob Lyons, the 5'10", 155 junior, was there to make the defensive play.
Yeah, that's just kind of a run and shoot concept, Lynn. You spread the field, and then your route is predicated on the amount of cushion you have. So if you're getting cushion, then you just run a little hitch. Montpelier did a nice job jumping that.
2nd and 10 here for the Archers from their own 35-yard line. Hines is going to keep it, breaks away from a couple tackles, now gets it out past the 40 and about a yard short of the first down. Actually going to mark him a couple yards short of the first down, out to the 43-yard line, now closer up to the 44 as the officials officially spotted. It'll be 3rd down and short here for Jason Hale.
Yeah, Hines got a little loose with the football there, Lynn, as he got into some traffic, but I like the jet sweep action. It holds everybody on the perimeter, and he did a nice job picking his way.
Go empty again. 3 receivers to the far side, 2 to the near side. Let's see if Hines gets it again. He will. He's got enough for the first down and plenty more. Out to the midfield stripe is Ryder Hines, and the Archers pick up a first down to start this one.
I have a feeling we're going to get a heavy dose of Ryder Hines from the quarterback position tonight, Lynn.
1st and 10, not quite to the midfield stripe. Still on their 49-yard line are the Archers. Gonna flip this computer over so my cameraman can get a look at what he's seeing here. Hines is going to keep it again right up the middle, has a nice shake there, gets it into Montpelier territory to about the 45-yard line.
Boy, I love this mode of attack, Lynn. Love the mode of attack. Keep the clock moving. Boy, if you're getting 6 yards on first down, life is good if you're Jason Hale.
2nd down and about 4 here for the Archers. Empty again. 3 receivers to the far side, 2 to the near side. Going to stay with the same plan. Ryder Hines enough for the first down, trying to spin his way, and finally the Locomotives knock him down, but he gets it close to the 35-yard line, about to the 36 is Hines.
Yeah, we'll call that a quarterback power. They are pulling a backside guy, and I'll tell you, Antwerp's winning the battle in the trenches here early on.
1st and 10 as we approach the 10-minute mark here in the opening quarter of this one. Now a back to Hines' right. It's Clevenger. Clevenger's going to get it. Trying to find his way. He's going to get a nice gain. Still going and gets even more. What a run by Gage Clevenger. First down nearing the 20-yard line.
Lynn, I don't know how many of our viewers caught that, but as soon as Clevenger took the handoff, he put his left foot in the ground and made a superb shallow cut and found a crease. Wow.
5'9", 167 senior, and he's a little bit of a powerhouse for the Archers. It is Clevenger again, pours it up into the middle, and just a couple this time. The Locos finally shut down the running game a little bit. It'll be second down here for Antwerp.
Boy, Antwerp committed to the run game, threw it on first down, a little too close for comfort, and said, you know what, let's just run this thing. And now, they're essentially in 4-down territory, depending on how their kicking game is.
2nd and 9, just one there that time for Clevenger. Archer's taking a little bit of time this time to get the play call in as they don't pick up a big chunk there on first down. Hines sends a man in motion to the near side. It's going to go to him. Trying to get the edge here and knocked out of bounds just short of the 20-yard line. Braden Fuller on that carry. 404 yards receiving a year ago, 3 TDs on 32 snags.
Yeah, Fuller did a nice job there, Lynn. After you get the jet sweep, your rule is you got to bow it back a little bit. And Montpelier got a little penetration. Fuller was able to avoid it, but they could not get the corner blocked. Montpelier did a nice job stringing that out.
3rd and 7. Probably 4-down territory here for the Archers. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Hines is going to keep it, weaving his way, going to the far side. Now back up the middle, a nice gain. Hines is loose and finally knocked down inside the 5 at about the 2 or the 3-yard line.
Well, we talked about Hartsock's dimensions in the pregame, 6'4", 210. Now, he came up and laid a wallop on the quarterback there, but the damage was already done.
1st and goal from the 3. Nice opening season drive here from Antwerp. It's Hines again, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Archers. 65 yards, all runs, but the first play of the drive, Coach.
Lynn, the question I would like to ask Coach Hale is, did he come in committed to the ground game on that first drive, or is there something he saw from a numbers standpoint, something he didn't like about that first pass attempt that maybe changed his tune? Be curious to know.
Carson Hughes, the snapper for the Archers. Clevenger will kick it. Holder is Parker Bermejo. Kick is up, and it is good. We are going to take a break, come back, and we'll check out Montpelier's first possession of the night. The fall sports season is here, and the Sports Place at Wassy-on-Ace has you covered. Stop in for all your football, volleyball, soccer, and golf practice gear and accessories. Did you know that the Sports Place at Wassy-on-Ace can create custom t-shirts while you wait? We can and we will. Come in with an idea and walk out with that perfect t-shirt of your own creation from the Sports Place at Wassy-on-Ace. We also offer custom embroidery. Whether it's a shirt, jacket, or other item, the Sports Place can fill your embroidery needs. Stop in and see us at 1495 North Shoup Avenue in Wassy-on. Welcome back here to Hobie Krause Field in Montpelier, where the Archers go 65 yards on the opening drive of the night to take a 7-0 lead. Ryder Hines, a big part of that. A couple of early scores. LCC leading Bob Olin and Shawnee, just 41 ticks into that one. 7-0 LCC into first quarter. St. John's Jesuit, no problem with the Scott Bulldogs. 10-0 Joe Horn's crew is on top.
Yeah, LCC wasting no time, but we know a Bob Olin coached offense can strike back in a hurry.
Yes, yes. Montpelier going to get their first offensive possession of the season. Kick is away. It's a low bounder, going to be dove on by an up man for Montpelier. Caden Clark jumped on that for Montpelier.
Yeah, I would guess that was a squib by design, Lynn, and if you're Montpelier, you'll take the ball at the 40 all night.
Going to take over at their own 38, 39-yard line.
Yep, that's about right.
Hard to see the numbers right now with the glare from the sun.
Yes, it is. Most of these guys that were on the Antwerp offense, Lynn, are the same 11 on defense.
Wes Hartsock, quarterback, 6'4", 210 senior at quarterback for Montpelier. Carter Meek is to his right, man in motion. It is going to be Meek with the carry. He's got a nice gain up close to the 45-yard line.
Boy, Montpelier got it done at the point of attack there. Wow. He had 5 yards before he got touched.
Going to give him 6 yards, second down and 4 here. Two receivers in the near side. 3 to the far side as they go empty with Hartsock in the shotgun. Hartsock looking to throw, has some time, now is flushed, coming to the near side, just going to take off and get what he can. Going to have close to a first down. They're going to call a late hit.
No, he was on the sideline when he got hit. I mean, what are you supposed to do?
It was close, wasn't it?
It was close. I mean, if you're the defender, what do you do? Hope he steps out? I mean, so we'll forget about that for a moment. Boy, Hartsock just gave you a little sample of his athleticism there, Lynn.
Yes, he did.
Wow, what a move to break contain.
Add 15 on to that, and that'll take it way into Antwerp territory, down to the 33-yard line. 7:23 to go here in the opening stanza from Hobie Krause Field in Montpelier. 7-0 Antwerp on the scoreboard as they punched it in on their opening drive of the season. Trips to the near side, Meek to the right of Hartsock, one single receiver to the far side. Meek now in motion, going to toss it to him to the far side, slips and is knocked down. Maybe lost a yard there, did Carter Meek.
I'll tell you what, taking a page out of Coach Travis Cooper's playbook there.
Yes.
That's a concept he liked at Wauseon when he was coaching there. Motion that back out of the backfield and then toss it to him. Hope to gain an advantage on the perimeter.
Loss of close to 2. It'll be 2nd and 11, they'll call it. It'll be a long 11 here for the Locos. Play clock down to 13. Meek now moves to the left of Hartsock. 2nd and long here for the Locos. Antwerp is coming after him. Clevenger, they brought the pass is complete to the near side. Nice gainer. It is complete to Dom Guilford, the 5'5", 130 sophomore.
You know, Lynn, I remember when we had the Ultimus crew that came through Antwerp, and it seemed like those kids were around forever. Remember this name, Parker Lucas, freshman, number 6, returned the opening kickoff. He's the one that jumped that route in about a half step sooner, and he's got a pick there. Only a 9th grader, but he doesn't look like it.
3rd down and more manageable after that. Nice play there for the Locos. It'll be 3rd and 5 for Montpelier. Guilford in motion, going to toss it to the far side to him, cuts it back inside. He's going to have enough for the first down. I believe he's right at the marker. Should be enough, Coach.
Yeah, he did a great job, Lynn, when he received that pitch. He didn't dance and try to get cute. He squared his shoulders, got downhill, got what he could get, and make it 4th and manageable. Nice physical run there by Guilford.
Columbus Grove now leads Pandora Gilboa 7-0 still in the first quarter. Not enough for the first down. It's going to be 4th down and 1 here for Montpelier.
See if they try to draw him here or just go straight at him with Carter Meek.
And we're going to get a timeout from Andy Robinson and the Montpelier side. We're going to step aside for another commercial break.
Attention high school seniors. Are you ready to build your future? Join the Gherkin Companies, a leader in road construction and material supply. Whether you're a hands-on person or love working behind the scenes, we have a place for you. At Gherkin, we don't just construct roads, we create lasting careers. Enjoy outstanding benefits, ongoing training, and a workplace that feels like family. Visit gherkincompanies.com/careers and start shaping your future today.
Welcome back to Montpelier High School, where Antwerp is up 7-0. Montpelier facing a 4th and 1 here in the opening quarter. 5:07 to go. LCC has added to their lead against Bob Owen and Shawnee, now 14-0. The Indians throw a pick on their second play from scrimmage, and Carter Lester punches it in for the Thunderbirds. Columbus Grove, as I said, leading Pandora Gilboa 7-0 in that one. 4th and 1 here for Montpelier. Andy Robinson timeout. Let's see what he comes out of the timeout with.
Well, he was under center prior to the timeout. Now he's in the shotgun. Now, I'll tell you, Hartsock and Meek in that backfield, that's kind of an imposing duo back there, Lynn.
Boy.
See if they run some type of quarterback follow. Maybe Hartsock keeps it behind Carter Meek.
210 and 185 back there. Hartsock 6'4", and Meek is 6 foot.
What's Meek's weight, Lynn?
He's 185.
Okay, he's put together then.
Yep. He knows where the weight room is here in Montpelier.
Yes, he does. As we said a little bit earlier, Coach Robinson has continued to build the numbers in this Montpelier program, and talking to Andy Briggle before the game, he said there is a nice wave of young locos coming up through the pipeline.
Yes, I have heard the same from Coach Robinson as well.
Good for him.
4th and 1 here. We are ready to go after a little bit of a delay. Hartsock and Meek in the backfield. I can't believe one of them is not going to touch it here.
I would agree with you, Lynn.
Not going to get too fancy. Wilford in motion to the near side. It is going to be Hartsock. He's got more than enough for the first down. Gets it inside the 20-yard line. 1st and 10. Montpelier. Are we in for a little bit of a shootout here tonight, Coach, from what you've seen early on? I know they're not throwing it up and down the field, but neither defense is having much luck stopping the run so far.
No, they're not. I think we'll learn a little bit more the second possession for each team. I think right now we have a feeling out process, but you ask a valid question.
1st and 10. Still some work to be done here for the Locos, though, if they want to punch this one in. A bit more confusion. Play clock is inside of 10, down to 5. Plenty of time here, though, as Hartsock calling the signals. He is going to keep it. Hit right away, breaks loose. Now going back to the far side. He's loose again. Watch out. Hartsock down the far side. Touchdown. Montpelier. Whoa.
Lynn,
there was a lot in that one.
I've got 3 words for you. Players make plays. Period. And you know what I was worried about when Hartsock changed his field was a blindside block. You know, because you had all the archers pursuing him and you had a whole wall of locos. They did a nice job. Essentially, all you can do now is set a screen. You got to have open hands. You can't ear hole them like you did back in the 80s and 90s. Well done by Montpelier there. Coach Rob will take it.
Yeah, he will. Malachi Smeltzer on for the PAT.
They were offsides.
Kick is up, and it is good.
Archers were.
Looks like Andy Robinson is happy to take the point and not try to get greedy here and maybe go for 2 with half the distance to the goal here.
I think a lot of coaches would, Lynn.
Yeah.
I'm with Coach Robinson here.
Tie it up and try to figure out the defensive end. They are going to decline the penalty. So 7-7, 4:19 to go here in the opening quarter from Hobie Krause Field. Hobie Krause had some pretty good teams back here in the 70s. Got to the state championship. Was that in 72? Played Newark Catholic.
Yeah, and outside of their field house down in the end zone, Lynn, there's a mural that recognizes that team that I was looking at pregame. You know, all of the passes that have been thrown in this game tonight, which is very few, there hasn't been much cushion. Like, all of them could have been jumped and intercepted. Let's see if maybe with that press coverage we get a deep shot here.
Yeah.
Boy, very impressed with Hartsock's athletic ability in that first drive, Len. I'm a believer already. I know it's early, but boy, he's got some shake.
A couple of pretty good running quarterbacks in this one.
Yes, there is. Yes, there is. Again, you know, it is what it is as far as numbers and depth and things like that. A lot of these guys aren't going to leave the field tonight, and a lot of them that you saw on offense and defense are out here again.
Smeltzer to kick it away for the Locomotives.
I like this freshman for Antwerp, Lynn.
Malachi Smeltzer to kick it away. Kick
Nice
is going to
kick.
go to the near side. Nice return up past the 30 again and out to about the 35. Same spot they were the last time were the Archers.
Freshman Parker Lucas again. How about getting your feet wet as a ninth grader in the season opener in the area? A couple of nice kick returns.
Gonna be a good one, it looks like. He's got 3 more years after this one.
He's put together too. Nice looking athlete.
Ball on the 35, 1st and 10 here. Ryder Hines carried that first drive for the Archers down the field. Clevenger to his left. 3 receivers at the far side. Late sub here for Antwerp, and they're going to have to use a timeout. Coach Hale won't be pleased with that. We're going to take the break with them.
When it comes to building better athletic facilities, Tenkate has you covered. Tenkate has a complete lineup of world-class turf systems for every level of play. Now, a revolutionary infill-free turf system, Pivot, is engineered for a consistent, natural grass-like playing experience with less maintenance and long-term value. With Tenkate's complete solutions, we can meet all of your athletic facility needs. Call Coach Teeks at 313-971-6670 to find out how Tenkate can help you now and in the future.
We'll go back here to Montpelier High School, where the Archers ready for their second possession of the night. Went 65 yards on their first one, and we'll look to do the same. Let's see what Montpelier adjusts defensively here on this drive. It's going to be a keep from Ryder Hines. They have him in the backfield. Can they keep him? They can, and the ball came loose, but they're going to say he is down. Nice defensive play by Malachi Smith. Mike linebacker, he was in the backfield for Montpelier along with Zane Stahl, a tackle.
Yeah, that play was doomed from the start, Lynn. They were able to get penetration. Didn't get a whole lot of penetration on that first drive.
Loss of a yard. 2nd and 11 here. Roars in motion to the far side. 3 receivers to that side, 1 to the near side. Hines is going to give it to Clevenger, and he is going to be spun around. Now he's loose, trying to find some daylight. There's not much there. Now cuts it back inside, and he's going to end up getting 1. Malachi Smith, again, is in there for Montpelier.
Yeah, Malachi Smith, Lynn, 5'10", 200 pounds, high motor guy, and was pivotal on those last 2 plays. Now, knowing Jason Hale, 3rd down, you think it's automatic pass, maybe a screen, maybe a little jailbreak screen on the flank. I don't think he's going to take a big risk here in his own territory.
3rd and 10. Archer's going to probably have to go to the air for the first time. 4 receivers at the far side, 1 to the near side. Hines has some time, looking, still looking, throws over the middle. It is going to be incomplete. He was looking for Roars, but there was not much room there, and Keon Foster, the 5'10", 150 sophomore, was there for Montpelier.
He did exactly what I didn't think they would do there, was throw a long developing pocket pass, and offensive line did a nice job. I don't think they brought a lot of pressure there. They were playing coverage, but nice job by the Locos forcing a punt.
Dom Guilford back deep for Montpelier. He's standing at about his own 30. Kicking it or punting it for Antwerp will be Gabe Winslick. Snap good. Going to get it off under a little bit of pressure. Going to go to the far side and go out of bounds just into Montpelier territory at about the midfield stripe. Let's see where they mark this. Going to mark it at the 49 of Montpelier. That's where the Locos will start.
So starting field position for the Locos, the 38 and then the 49. So got to like that if you're Andy Robinson. And again, I thought, Lynn, we'd know more about how this game would flow after once we got into the second drive. We saw Antwerp stub their toe there. See what Montpelier does.
Hartsock in the shotgun. He's going to hand it off up the middle. Meek gets it into Antwerp territory to about the 47-yard line.
Down to a minute 40 here in quarter number 1 already, Lynn. Coach Rob in no hurry here.
2nd and 6, gain of 4 there on first down. Two receivers to each side here for Wes Hartsock. Carter Meek to his left. Hartsock is going to throw. Pumps, now is going to throw deep. He's got a man wide open, and it is just overthrown for the intended receiver there. He had Jacob Lyons open, but couldn't quite complete the connection.
That's one of those, Lynn, that you work on all summer long, and you have it up your sleeve, and you decide when to pull it out. Just not able to execute it there. But they pumped a little slip screen there, and then the lead blocker kind of stalked, hesitated like he was blocking, took off, just couldn't connect.
3rd and 6 here for Montpelier. Probably not 4-down territory unless they get close to the first down stick. Hartsock looking to the far side. He throws. It is complete, and it's going to be enough for a first down. He completes that one to Xavier Eicheneier.
Tell you what, that was a nice throw and catch, kind of a little slant, kind of a controlled slant, and you could tell the receiver knew where he had to get to. Right. And what I like about Hartsock, he is a very poised quarterback in the pocket. Love seeing that.
Puts it right on the 40 of the Archers into the final minute here of the first quarter. 7-7 on the scoreboard. Montpelier looking to gain their first edge of this one. Two receivers in the backfield here for Hartsock. Meek in motion to the far side. Going to run it up the gut, and boy, nothing there. Was that Keegan Gray Wyckoff? Yes, it was.
And there, you talk about a size discrepancy. Dom Guilford, 5'5", 130. Did I have the right guy?
Yes.
And boy, if that was Wyckoff that had him in his clutches, that's.
It's going to take us to the end of the first quarter. We're going to step aside for this commercial break.
Welcome to Sattler Family Meats, located in Napoleon, Ohio.
Where quality, tradition, and service come first.
We have a variety of different products and cuts made in-house daily.
We offer a wide variety of frozen products from chicken to beef, grass-fed beef, and pork products, as well as 21 different flavors of brats.
Along with all of our in-house products, we also offer custom processing. For more information, find us on Facebook or at our retail location in Napoleon, Ohio.
This is 18-hole par 72 White Pines Golf Course. With greens that roll truthfully, tough holes, and some scenery that you just have to see for yourself. Tee times available throughout the fall. Call and book today.
Welcome back here to Montpelier High School. We're at 7-7 after the first quarter. Columbus Grove, Pandora Gilboa now 7-6 Grove as Gilboa punches one in. They recover a fumble in the end zone, but the extra point was no good. So it stays 7-6 Bulldogs.
Lynn, that's one of those rivalry matchups that throw everything out the window. It's kind of like Napoleon Defiance. You know the Pandora Gilboa Rockets are going to show up to Clymer ready to play, and it sounds like they have.
I think our chains are right here, Coach.
No, I agree with you.
They're all screwed up. No, that's not right either.
No.
Backwards. They're back. Yes, thank you.
There we go. We had the Wyckoff stick there right before the break. Hey, it's week one for everybody.
Yeah, it
man.
is. Yep. Second and 11. There was a loss of a yard on that first down play. Hartsock in the shotgun. Meek to his left. Going to throw quick. Nope. Pump fakes. And now Clevenger's got him way back into Montpelier territory and finally going to be drugged down at about the 47-yard line of Montpelier. That's a big loss and sets up a third and a really, really long for the Locos.
Yeah, it was a great job. This down and distance here, Lynn, has screen or draw written all over it. But, boy, Clevenger was in the backfield in a hurry, and Hartsock did a great job buying himself time, but a whole host of archers pursued.
Third down and 21. They need to get it to the 31 of Montpelier, do the Locos.
Multiple freshmen on the field for the Archers.
Trips to the far side, twins to the near side for Hartsock in the shotgun. Antwerp going to come after him. He's got some time, now rolling to the near side, looking, throws over the middle high, and it is almost completed. He had a man down there, Keon Foster, but just a little bit low for him, and he couldn't bring it in.
Yeah, the Archers dodged a bullet there, Lynn. They got a little nosy and came up and broke on the ball. A Loco receiver was able to slip behind him and just not able to come up with it.
4th and 21, so Montpelier is going to have to punt it away, and now the defense is taking over here a little bit after the offenses showcased their talents on the opening drive of this one.
Yeah, that tackle for loss on first down, Lynn, for Antwerp set the tone for this whole defensive series.
World Peace is going to punt it away for Montpelier. Kick is away, and it is just going to roll down deeper into Antwerp territory. Finally down just outside the 10. What are they going to mark that at? 12-13, Coach? Boy, the numbers are hard to see.
It is. It is.
That's where Antwerp will take over for their third possession of the night. One touchdown, and then their last possession was a quick 3-and-out.
Ball looks like it's right on the 10 or 11-yard line,
Okay.
Lynn. It is hard to see.
10:46 to go here before the halftime break from Hobie Krause Field. 7-7 on the scoreboard. Ryder Hines, two receivers to the near side. He has another one, two to the far side as well. Hines is going to keep it, looking for some room around the right edge. Gets a couple here. Pile up, and he's dropped at about the 14-yard line, 13-yard line maybe.
Yeah, Antwerp did a nice job sealing the edge for him, but Montpelier did an outstanding job of just flowing and scraping to the football there. If you're going to get yards on the ground here with quarterback runs, it's got to be up between the tackles.
Gain just of a yard, closer maybe to 2. Call it 2nd and 9 here for Antwerp. Hines is going to keep it again, looking for some room around the other side, and not much there again. Maybe just a yard or 2.
Yeah, if you're that Loco defense, you don't really have to be the hero. You just got to play good, solid team defense and string him out, string him out, string him out, and they've done that 2 plays in a row.
9:42 to go before the half. 3rd and 6. Trips to the near side, twins to the far side for Hines. This time he is going to throw it. Pump fakes looking. Now he's got a man wide open down the middle. It is going to be complete for a big gainer. Out close to the midfield stripe. Big play for the Archer offense there, Coach.
Yeah, Michael Roars, senior, 5'11", 159 pounds. And the quarterback did a nice job, Ryder Hines, of pump faking. I don't know if his initial option wasn't available, but boy, nice job, nice pitch and catch.
Quickly to the line. Hines is going to keep it, trying to surge forward. He's going to get it into Montpelier territory. Nice run there to the 47-yard line.
You know, Lynn, I was going to say, when you looked at Antwerp's starting field position, this possession, I felt like they needed a chunk play to kind of get out of jail there, and they got it.
2nd down and 4. Give him 6. There wasn't a whole lot there on that run, but a nice job. Quads to the near side for Hines. He is going to throw it to the near side at the midfield stripe. He's going to get the corner and a lot more. Nice gain there for Braden Fuller, the 6'1", 170 junior.
Remember Cam Fuller from a few years ago? Got to be a relation, right? Maybe a brother?
Yep.
6'1", 170, Braden Fuller, number 3.
Enough for the first down.
Nice pitch and catch. I like that. You've got a whole convoy of blockers out there by alignment when you're in quads.
Just inside the 40 at the 39 are the Archers. 2 receivers to each side. Clevenger in motion. He is going to get it to the far side. Now cuts it back up the middle. Going to get 2 or 3.
You know, Lynn, I like what I've seen from Gage Clevenger so far. He does a nice job getting downhill. So many young running backs. I know he's a senior, but so many high school running backs want to race everybody to the edge. He does a nice job when they have it strung out getting downhill.
Gain of a couple. 2nd down. Hines looking, has some time, throws it deep. He's got roars again. It's tipped and incomplete near the goal line.
Yeah, that was Hazen Smith, I believe, if it was 80. Yeah, Hazen Smith on the defense there. About picked it, the sophomore did.
Xavier Eitenmeyer was also down there for Montpelier. 3rd down and about 8 here for the Archers.
I want to see if they come back to just something quick on the flank, Lynn, some sort of quick screen. Let the athlete make a play.
It's going to be a Hines run and not much there. Good job by Montpelier. First contact was made by Anthony Fletcher from his nose spot.
Yeah, well, it's clear that Coach Hale is committed to Hines carrying the football, and I can't necessarily say I blame him here. See what they have up their sleeve.
4th down and 7-8 here for the Archers. Clevenger to the right of Hines. 3 receivers to the far side, 1 here to the near side.
Gonna take a timeout, aren't they?
They are. Still 7 on the play clock, maybe not. Now going to go with it, and the snap gets away from Hines. Back into Montpelier Archer territory, and finally is going to be recovered inside the 40. Disaster there for Antwerp, and Montpelier is going to take over in Archer territory inside the 40 at about the 37.
I've got the binoculars on Coach Hale, Lynn, and he's got his hands up asking, what happened? And so the question is, and we'll never know unless we ask Coach Hale, were they ever supposed to snap it? Yeah. Was there, I don't know. I thought they were just going to try to draw him and then take a timeout.
But Montpelier with a nice break there, and they're going to take over at the 37-yard line of Antwerp. 1st and 10, 2 receivers on the near side. Hartsock, he is going to give this one to Carter Meek. He has some running room, breaks the tackle, and finally knocked down after a nice gain of about 7 there, close to the 30-yard line.
6:55 to go, 2nd quarter. Can't really comment on the previous play, Lynn. I had the binoculars, and I was zoomed in on Keegan Gray Wyckoff. I just wanted to see.
Done a pretty good job on him so far tonight, have the Locos.
They have, and they did on that play too. I'll tell you, you'd think fatigue would have to set in. These guys haven't left the field, most of them.
2nd and 4 here. Hartsock, jitterbug, and he's caught in the backfield, gets away, and now he's not going to get away. Montpelier, Gage Clevenger gets him way back, close to the original line of scrimmage.
Lynn, I don't know if you saw this in real time, but Ryder Hines got absolutely bear hugged and tackled in the local backfield there, and I cannot believe
I saw the kind of the tail end of it.
Yeah, I just cannot believe you got two officials back there. I can't believe somebody didn't see that. Wow. I mean, that was a tackle.
3rd down and about 9 here, back at the 36. 5:45 to go here in the opening half. 7-7 on the scoreboard. Both teams scored on their opening drive, but the defenses have bowed their backs since. Hartsock going to throw it out here into the flat to the near side. Receiver cuts it back inside, but not enough there for Jacob Lyons, and it'll be 4th down and long. Just a gain of a yard there is it.
Yeah, Xavier Eidenayer was the receiver out here charged with blocking the corner, and he did a pretty nice job. The receiver cut it back, though, to where all the bad guys are, and sometimes that spells disaster. Antwerp did a nice job flowing to the football under control.
Approaching the 5-minute mark, 4th and 9 here for Montpelier. Play clock down to 13. See if Coach Robbie wants to use a timeout or try to rush to the line here, down to 6.
Curious to see what they'll do here.
4th and 9 at the 36, and Antwerp just helped them out. They just jumped across the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, they were going to try to bring the freshman off the edge, and it'll make it much more manageable. And maybe Montpelier was just going to try to draw them. If it didn't work, punt it and pin them back. And Antwerp maybe just force their hand.
It'll be 4th down and 4 now, much more manageable, down to the 36-yard line. Reset the play clock here. 4:41 to go before the half, 7-7 on the scoreboard. Ball is at the 31 of Antwerp, 4th and 4.
Do they dare just run it with Hartsock?
I wouldn't doubt it, Coach. Guilford in motion, and now we get another flag, and that one's going to be on Montpelier for a false start. So just wasted about a minute there to go right back to where we were.
You know, I guess here's the deal, and this can happen any week of the year, but it's week 1, so there's going to be some hiccups, I guess. Yeah, that changes things for Coach Rob here. Now let's see if he goes back and does what he was going to do on the previous play when the ball was spotted back here.
Back to 4th and 9.
Going to let it run down and take a timeout here.
Yep. Ball is at the 36. Maybe 3:58 left after this timeout. We're going to take the break with them.
High school seniors, are you considering a career in construction? The Gherkin Companies is growing fast and seeks rock-solid performers to join our team. As a leader in road construction, the Gherkin Companies has opportunities for hardworking individuals in various roles. With a generous benefits package, ongoing training, and a culture that rewards effort, we offer a path to a fulfilling career. Visit gherkincompanies.com/careers to learn more and apply today.
Welcome back here to Montpelier High School, where the host Locos face a 4th down and 9 at the 36 of Antwerp after a snap went awry for them, but the Locos have not been able to.
You have.
Take advantage of this field position yet. We'll see what happens here on 4th and 9.
You know, Mike Bum just walked in. He says, "What do you do here, Coach?" Or "What's the call here, Coach?" I said, "You know what? That's the beauty of being up here, Len.
You don't have to worry about it.
You don't have to make that decision."
He's not helping Briggle tonight. I thought he was on WBNO,
No.
but he's just harassing people.
You know, he's got a principal title now.
He does.
So I think he's above the media now.
Probably. That's why he won't talk to us.
Correct.
4th and 9 here for the Locos. Hartsock going to roll to the far side. Keegan Gray Wyckoff is after him. Now he's going to take off running his Hartsock. He is going to have enough for the first down with the last shoulder he put down and got through the Antwerp defender, and I think he's going to have enough, Coach.
Yeah, I do too. It's obviously from our vantage point, it's hard to tell where he stepped out. But, Lynn, I love it. You roll him out, and I'm going to assume he had a run-pass option. We don't know that. It could have been a straight quarterback keeper, but did he get it? They knocked him out a fuzz short, didn't they?
Yes, they did. Just short. I thought he had enough from our vantage point over here, but we're 50 yards away, too.
Yeah. At any rate, I love the thought behind it.
And Antwerp will take over at their own 36. Big defensive stand there after turning that ball over on downs.
Oh, boy.
Hines looking, throws it deep over the middle. Watch out, that one's going to be intercepted by the Locomotives. That is picked off by Keon Foster, and he takes it to the Archers' 46-45 yard line.
Yeah, Lynn, that was probably an ill-advised throw from that point of the field, if I'm being honest with you. That was quite a risk, especially when you look at the time remaining here. If you could have just moved the sticks and eaten up clock, at worst you go in 7-7. Now the Locos have
3:38, plenty of time.
Yep, and a stellar athlete at quarterback.
Montpelier 1 timeout remaining with 3:38 and the ball at the 45 of Antwerp. Hartsock. He has Keegan Gray-Wyckoff after him. He's just going to pitch it forward. But that was an offensive lineman. It should be a legal touching. It was not an eligible receiver that he threw that to. It was a lineman, wasn't it, Coach?
I believe it was. These officials are going, boy, oh boy, it's too early in the season for one of these calls. Boy, Gray-Wyckoff got in there in a hurry.
Keegan Gray-Wyckoff, he wants a sack counted there. He's one and a half sacks away from the all-time record at Antwerp. And 2 tonight would break it. That would have given him 1 right there. Justin Wise holds the record with 22 and a half. He had 14 and a half in one season, and they're going to call intentional grounding on Montpelier. So that will be the same as a sack. It's a loss of down and a spot foul.
Yep. Now, that's the first time Gray-Wyckoff finally gets to leave the field. I don't know that he's left the field, except for maybe one of the special teams.
He'll get to leave the field at Temple when he gets there, as he's just going to play defense there.
Yeah. Whole different world.
Yeah.
He's not going to know what to do.
Big loss. And add to it a little bit as well with the 5-yard penalty.
Yeah, now if you're Montpelier, you don't have to fold up the tents, but you better protect the football back here.
Maybe a couple of Hartsock runs, or
I think so. Keep an eye. Carter Meeks out there in the trip, so do they dare throw something quick and safe to him in space?
Guilford in motion to the far side. Hartsock in the shotgun. They're going to throw it out to Guilford in the flat to the far side. Guilford's got a little shake now to the middle of the field, and that's the end of that. He's going to get about a yard or 2.
Yeah, he does. He does have some shake.
Yeah, Ryder Hines had enough of that, though.
Yeah.
He bear hugged him and ended that venture.
Yeah, he did, and these guys are getting after each other. How about this, though? Both teams score in their initial possessions. Thought we might be in for a shootout, and we could go in deadlocked at 7.
Yes. Yep. 3rd down and 22 as Jason Hale uses one of his 2 timeouts remaining to stop the clock, as Antwerp would like to get the ball back.
Boy, if you're Coach Hale, you got to be tickled to death with your defense here following that interception.
Yes.
That's it's an outstanding job by the Archers getting the Locos behind the sticks here. And curious to see what Coach Rob does here. I doubt he's going to get too flashy.
Whoa. Not going well for Bob Olin down at Shawnee tonight. LCC now leads Shawnee 28-6. Just 11 seconds into the second quarter.
Lynn, in full disclosure, I liked the Indians going into that one. Now, I know we got a ways to go, but boy,
that's a heck of a deficit to climb out of.
T-Birds welcoming Coach Olin to Allen County.
Well on their way to a 50-burger tonight.
Wow.
Just a few ticks into the second stanza. Don't know how. I know they scored. Maybe they scored 1 on an interception.
Jeez,
but offense has put up 21, and a lot of talk of Shawnee was going to play some defense this season. 3rd and 22 here, own 43-yard line for Montpelier, as they have a taxi ride here on 3rd down. Hartsock, he's going to go deep. He's got a man, and it is complete. And it is a big gainer, and finally knocked out of bounds is Jacob Lyons inside the 5. What happened there for the Archer defense?
Lynn, I would love to see a replay. I was not watching the intended receiver there, but I don't know if he, made a double move or whatever. But if you're the Archers, the only thing in the world that matters at that point is keeping everyone in front of you. And so I don't know if there was a mix-up in the coverage, if the safety was supposed to have the deep half of the field, but there was obviously a miscommunication. Had to be a miscommunication.
Is there a penalty marker somewhere, Coach, or what we?
Well,
I didn't see a flag.
No, I didn't.
Sideline warning or something, maybe.
That would make more sense.
I know they signaled to Coach Robinson that it was still going to be a first down, but maybe just a sideline warning the first time.
I would say getting some positive feedback on the video, Lynn. So that's a good thing.
Yeah, great. 2:59 to go for the half. There is a flag clear down at the 2-yard line, Coach. Now I see it. It was behind the wall here.
Well, the receiver kind of reacted like there was a flag, but I didn't see it. Now I do.
And now they're going over to talk to Jason Hale. It seems like they're spending a lot of time talking about this.
Yeah, they are. Did you see what he signaled?
I did not.
He gave kind of the illegal shift signal.
Maybe a taunting?
Okay. I just saw the beginning of that signal. That makes more sense.
Yeah, it will be must have been a post-play foul.
Okay.
And that'll back it up to the 17. Would have been at the 2, so 15-yard unsportsmanlike penalty. Sorry, folks, we couldn't see that flag. I was
kind of blocked.
Questioning myself there.
You're Coach Rob, you got one timeout, 2:59. You're still in good shape here.
Yeah, yep. 2:59, ball at the 17. Trips to the far side, 2 to the near side. As Hartsock in the shotgun. And now we get another stoppage and
reset the
play clock. It's the first game. We got to work out the wrinkles here.
We all do.
Now we are ready to go. Montpelier, 1st and 10 at the 17. 2:59 before the halftime break. Guilford in motion to the far side. Hartsock dancing, and he is knocked down right at the knees. Keegan Gray Wyckoff was in there trying to get a couple of the other Archers. There was a trio of them that made that play.
Nice job, the defensive line, Lynn, using their hands to steer the blockers and get off blocks and get penetration. And if I'm Coach Robinson, I'm doing the same thing. I'm letting Hartsock run that football. He's a dynamic athlete, but we're doing a nice job here defensively.
Montpelier are going to take their time here a little bit, let some clock run off. If they do have to give it back to the Archers, they don't want them to have much time. 2:18 and moving, and still one timeout for Montpelier. They shouldn't run out of time here. 3 receivers to the far side, 2 to the near side. Guilford in the slot. Now he's moving to the far side. So Quad's over there. Fake it to him. Now looking back to the right. And that one's just going to be thrown away. There wasn't much there. Good job by the Archer defense. I don't know that slip out of Hartsock's hand almost.
Yeah.
It was kind of funny how it came out, but regardless, no harm done, and it's 3rd and 10.
Yep, clock stops on that incompletion, so 30 seconds for Coach Robinson to decide what he wants to do here. You essentially have, do you know anything about the kicking game, Lynn?
I don't.
So you would assume he's got two downs to get this. Don't need to get it all at once here. Get half or more.
Smeltzer's range, I guess. Guilford in motion again to the far side. Hartsock in the shotgun. He's looking to throw, steps up, still has time. He's got a man wide open over the middle. It is going to be a touchdown. Jacob Lyons broke free right at the end of that play, And Hartsock found him in the middle of the field, and it's 13-7 Locos, 152 before the half.
I'll tell you what Lions did a fantastic job of there, Lynn. The ball was low, and so he left nothing to chance. He got his arms together and got down and secured the catch.
That was one of those throws, and you're the Jacob Lions, and it can't get there soon enough.
Oh, I know it.
Because Hartsock had to kind of throw across his body.
Yep. He did a great job, did Lions, of securing
Good job
that catch.
to go down and grab that.
Yep. Excellent job.
Those are the ones you can think a little too much and gets into your head. The kick is up from Smeltzer, and it is good. 14-7 Locos, 152 before the halftime break.
So it's going to come down to, for Antwerp, that'll determine their mode of attack here is field position. If they can get it out near midfield, they might open the playbook here a little bit. Each team has one timeout left. And if field position isn't favorable, then Coach Hale's going to just try to get it into the locker room, I would imagine.
Get a little more into it at our halftime discussion, Coach, but any coaching thoughts at this point right now? Montpelier has a little momentum at this point, but still very early.
Yeah, I feel like, I guess if I had to give the nod to one team, maybe kind of having the edge, what I've seen in the first half. I like the Locos just because I think their offense is just a fuzz more dynamic, and it starts with the trigger man. Now, I like Hines a lot over on the Antwerp side, but Montpelier just seems to be a little more versatile offensively. The play of the game so far, dare I say, was that third and long, where
for sure
Antwerp let him get behind him, and had that not happened,
yeah, that was fourth down, and Antwerp would have had good field position.
Yep.
Smeltzer is going to kick it away here for Montpelier.
Oh, big guy caught it.
Fielded by an up man there for the Archers.
Yeah, Aiden
One of the Dunderman boys, wasn't it?
Yeah, 257 pounds. That may be Dunderman's only catch of the year, but he did a great job.
Yes, he did.
He really did. That's how you coach it.
Going to be pretty good field position here for the Archers. 150. They have one timeout left. They haven't shown the ability to really throw it around yet.
No, they haven't. And so, Lynn, I think here you stay pretty conservative, and then your mindset as the play caller is, if we can get a chunk, then we may take a shot. But I don't think you take the shot until you get the chunk.
Hines in the shotgun. Moves Fuller to the near side, and now we're going to get a
delay a game, or what do we got?
Yep, delay a game. Oh.
Coming.
Coach Hale's going to be a little hot under the collar.
Yeah.
After that one, and the fourth down conversion that his defense allowed up.
Yeah. Had him over there on the sideline, just a fuzz too long.
1st and 15 now for Antwerp. 150 to go before the half. 3 receivers to the far side, 2 to the near side. Ryder Hines in the shotgun. He is going to look to throw it. Has some time now, backing up. Now no time, and now he's in big trouble. He's just going to have to chuck that one away. I don't. Not going to call intentional grounding.
No, but what I like, what Hines did there, Lynn, he didn't try to just take a shot. And that's tempting sometimes.
Yeah.
It really is. You live to fight another day. All you need is a couple missed tackles, and you're in business. Good decision by Hines.
2nd and 15, and now you want to think about just getting into the half at 14-7 and not making a big mistake here. 2nd and 15, it's 2nd and long, and it's going to be a Ryder Hines run right up the middle. See if Andy Robinson wants to use that final timeout.
I bet he does after this play.
He's going to wait till 3rd down. Looks like he's going to wait till the 3rd down play, but it's going to be 3rd down and about 12.
Well, and I'll tell you what else you have in play, Lynn, especially in week 1. You can send the house after this punt. They almost got to the previous punt.
The left end got in there.
Yep.
3rd and 12, 110. Still 15 on the play clock here. I would run that down. They snapped it with about 12. Hines is going to look to throw. He's got a man open, and it's going to be close to the first down marker. The pass was caught by Parker Bermajo. Is it going to be a little bit short? Yes.
I think 2 yards, 3 yards.
Yep. Didn't see the Montpelier defender who came up and socked him, but that was a pretty good hit. Was that Hartsock that came up and got him, Coach?
Well, it might have been, but I'll tell you, the receiver.
4th and 2. Is Antwerp going to go for this, or are they just going to try to draw him off?
I got to think just draw him and
20
use
seconds
some
on
clock.
the play clock. Looking at Jason Hale, and they had a miscommunication the last time they tried to do this.
I think he's just trying to eat the clock. Coach Rob's not going to stop it.
Well, it's 4th down. He probably should get the ball back, but it's like they're going to just run it down in 13 seconds. I think Coach Robinson was maybe a little worried that they would convert that.
Well, and that's exactly what I was saying. I don't think he wanted to roll the dice with a lead in that.
I just don't think that Coach Hale was going to take that chance even.
I don't think so either, but Coach Rob certainly wasn't.
He's got the lead.
Yeah. No, I absolutely. There's all those thoughts going through your mind, and
13 seconds before the halftime break.
You hear the armchair quarterback say Coach Rob takes the timeout.
Yeah.
Antwerp ends up converting and maybe scores, and they're going, if he'd have just let it run down. Yeah. Not that fans would do that.
Tight one at Clymer Stadium, Columbus Grove and Pandora Gilboa. It's 14-6. PG scored on a fumble recovery in the end zone, as I mentioned earlier on. Grove has 2 red zone stops on defense. So the defense has saved the day, but another battle there in Putnam County where the Rockets are hanging in there. They've had the ability to. Ryder Hines is in the shotgun. Are they going to go for this 4th and 2? Roll the dice? They are, and they're going to throw it. Looks like they're going to try to go deep. The pass is caught, and I think the receiver was.
Knee was down.
Roars was down, yes. Out at the 47-48. No timeouts left for Antwerp.
You know, Lynn, I almost wondered the way it was setting up if it was going to be some type of hook and ladder. But
well, I was wondering if he was just going to punt it, but
yeah.
3 seconds, going to spike it with 3, and interesting.
You know, the way he ran that hitch and caught it, there was another receiver I thought maybe, but it's a moot point because his knee was on the ground. How about Coach Hale, though? Saying, you know what? Let's take a shot, and you know what? You break a couple tackles, and
you never know. 3 seconds remaining. Antwerp going to try to run something here, but Andy Robinson's going to call timeout on the Montpelier side. 14-7 Montpelier leads. 3 ticks before the halftime intermission.
That's a good timeout by Andy Robinson, Lynn. I'm just telling you right now. Get your ducks in a row. You think, well, these kids know to stay deeper than the deepest man. Well, we saw what happened last possession. So never a bad idea to.
Nope.
Can't carry that timeout over. So
Stephen Branchow, former linebacker at Defiance College, running Coach Rob's defense here at Montpelier. He was a heck of a linebacker back in his day.
Former head coach here at Montpelier.
Spent some time as a head coach here. Yep. Played for the great Rob Taylor at DC. Did Stephen Branchow. He had some pretty good linebackers with him. Tyler Haynes, whose brother Brian is the defensive coordinator for Indiana University.
Yeah, he recruited this area for a long time, Bryant Haynes did. You tell you what, he cut his teeth and went all the way from Division III all the way to the national championship stage.
One final play here before the half, as long as there's no defensive penalty. Hines throws one, pop flies. It is going to be tipped and intercepted by Hartsock. Watch out if he can get loose, but he's going to have to get out of bounds as Clevenger ushered him out. Now there is a flag here, Coach. Hang on. We got a flag back at the 20-yard line of Montpelier. Hang on.
See if it was a defensive penalty.
I would assume it was where that was thrown.
You know, Lynn, if you're Antwerp, anybody but Hartsock, he's the last guy you want to pick that.
Yeah. Legal substitution.
Oh, man.
And even after a timeout.
After a timeout.
Now, if Antwerp does something special here and gets this in the end zone. I want to be in that Montpelier locker room.
No.
Yeah. When Hartsock grabbed that, Coach Hales.
Blood pressure went up a little bit. Mine woulda. You know how many times I yelled to my guys in the press box, Lynn, count them. You just.
Well, they probably had a special defense there.
I'm sure they did.
Prevent, and
sure they did.
Weren't quite up to snuff.
It happens
with their personnel there. Be something I bet you they work on in practice next week, maybe a little bit. Who's in on the prevent defense?
I would agree.
We'll get an untimed down here, and we'll be at the end of the half as long as we don't get another defensive penalty. Hines throws it over the middle, and that one is going to be intercepted as well. Carter Meek picked that one off, but it wasn't able to hold his feet, and that will take us into the halftime break. 14-7 Montpelier.
Well, take a minute. I'm just trying to collect my thoughts. What each coach is
we can
thinking.
take a break, Coach, and we'll come back and get your thoughts.
Sounds good.
High school seniors, are you considering a career in construction? The Gherkin Companies is growing fast and seeks rock-solid performers to join our team. As a leader in road construction, the Gherkin Companies has opportunities for hardworking individuals in various roles. With a generous benefits package, ongoing training, and a culture that rewards effort, we offer a path to a fulfilling career. Visit gherkincompanies.com/careers to learn more and apply today.
The fall sports season is here, and the Sports Place at Wassy-on-Ace has you covered. Stop in for all your football, volleyball, soccer, and golf practice gear and accessories. Did you know that the Sports Place at Wassy-on-Ace can create custom t-shirts while you wait? We can and we will. Come in with an idea and walk out with that perfect t-shirt of your own creation from the Sports Place at Wassy-on-Ace. We also offer custom embroidery. Whether it's a shirt, jacket, or other item, the Sports Place can fill your embroidery needs. Stop in and see us at 1495 North Shoup Avenue in Wassy-on. Big news for athletes and families across Northwest Ohio. Napoleon Physical Therapy and Sports Medicine is officially under new ownership, joining the trusted team behind Bryan Physical Therapy and Defiance Physical Therapy. We're proud to expand our care across Northwest Ohio, offering specialized services like dry needling, blood flow restriction, and weekly bump clinics for local athletes. Don't let aches or injuries slow down your season. Stop by our new Napoleon office at 1322 Woodlawn Avenue or call us at 419-599-0888 or learn more at defiancephysicaltherapy.com. American Freedom Energy and Grandma's General Store off Route 24 on State Route 109, just south of Liberty Center, now has 88 unleaded fuel and is your one-stop shop for fuel, food, drinks, and much, much more, including locally raised meats and home-baked goods. American Freedom Energy and Grandma's General Store is proud to support Black Swamp Football and is the host of the Black Swamp Football podcast, football show, and Saturday mornings Rise and Rewind. Stop in and see Glenn and Greg today and make American Freedom Energy and Grandma's General Store a part of your everyday routine.
next song is by the English rock band Radiohead. Released in September of 1992, it was included on Radiohead's debut album, Pablo Honey. It became a popular single on the alternative rock radio, shortly became an international hit. Rolling Stone later named Creep one of the greatest debut singles and included it in the 500 greatest songs of all time. You could say Creep was special, very special. Here is Creep. The band's final selection of the night is a song by American punk rock band The Offspring. It is the 7th track on their 3rd album, Smash, and was released in August of 1994. Written by frontman Dexter Holland, it is considered The Offspring's breakthrough song. It reached #1 on the U.S. Billboard Modern Rock track chart, bringing both the band and the punk rock scene to a widespread audience. 2026 Antwerp Marching Archers. Tip your waiters and waitresses, have your pets spayed and neutered, and be safe going home.
Please welcome onto the field the Montpelier High School Marching Band. The band is under the direction of Miss Rachel Kruger, assisted by Mr. Chris Cannell. Tonight, the marching locomotives celebrate one of the pop music's most recognizable artists, Lady Gaga. Released in 2011, Born This Way became one of Lady Gaga's signature songs and an anthem celebrating individuality. The song debuted at #1 on Billboard Hot 100 and continues to represent a message of embracing who you are. Please enjoy Born This Way. Applause, released in 2013, was a lead single from Gaga's album Art Pop. The song celebrates the energy and excitement of performing on stage. Here is Applause.
American Freedom Energy and Grandma's General Store off Route 24 on State Route 109, just south of Liberty Center, now has 88 unleaded fuel and is your one-stop shop for fuel, food, drinks, and much, much more, including locally raised meats and home-baked goods. American Freedom Energy and Grandma's General Store is proud to support Black Swamp Football and is the host of the Black Swamp Football podcast, football show, and Saturday mornings Rise and Rewind. Stop in and see Glenn and Greg today and make American Freedom Energy and Grandma's General Store a part of your everyday routine.
High school seniors, are you considering a career in construction? The Gherkin Companies is growing fast and seeks rock-solid performers to join our team. As a leader in road construction, the Gherkin Companies has opportunities for hardworking individuals in various roles. With a generous benefits package, ongoing training, and a culture that rewards effort, we offer a path to a fulfilling career. Visit gherkincompanies.com/careers to learn more and apply today.
Welcome back to the Black Swamp Football Gamecast presented by the Gherkin Companies, along with Tori Strock, Amelin Groff. 14-7 Montpelier leads Antwerp here at the half. We had some technical difficulties there. Our satellite was getting blocked by some folks standing in the top row, but hopefully we have it the best we can get it here for tonight.
Sounds good. All right, we'll, when time allows, Lynn, we'll talk a little bit about the first half here as we get underway here in the third quarter.
Antwerp is going to kick it away. Montpelier to receive. Dom Guilford has got it back on about his own 14, coming to the near side, and is going to be knocked down there by a trio of archers.
I'll tell you what, Lynn, number 54 for Antwerp, Connor Fiddler. He's just a freshman. He's 6'2", 160. He came down there and absolutely blew up the lead blocker of the return man there. I hope our folks caught that on video. Just a freshman. Multiple freshmen.
Yeah, yes, there are. First possession of the second half for Montpelier. They lead at 14-7. Antwerp took the opening possession of the night, 65 yards for a score, and since then Montpelier has punched it in twice and looking to add to this lead. They've shown the ability to throw it and run it, as Wes Hartsock has had a nice night so far for the Locomotives.
Feel like Antwerp needs a turnover. They need some sort of spark. They got a little stagnant there in the second quarter.
Hartsock is going to give this one to Carter Meek. He has a nice hole. Carter Meek is loose. Carter Meek is loose into Antwerp territory to the 30, 25, 20, 10, 5. Finally knocked out of bounds by the Archers, but a big run on the opening play of the second half for Carter Meek, the junior.
Got a little more of a football feel to it now, Lynn. The lights are on, the sun is down, and Carter Meek definitely felt that. Nice burst, nice hole initially at the point of attack, and then Meek did a nice job changing direction and then racing him up the sideline.
First and goal at the 2.5-yard line is where the ball is here for the Locomotives.
You know, Meek didn't have many totes in the first half,
no,
really.
No.
4 carries in the first half. Appreciate that, big guy.
Going to reset the play clock here and then wind it.
I wonder if there's something they saw in the first half, Lynn, maybe where they tweaked the blocking scheme or something.
And going to get a pre-snap penalty, false start on the Montpelier Locomotives. That'll back them up 5. Push them back to the 7. Boy, LCC is laying it on Lima Shawnee, 44-6 at the halftime break.
My goodness, they've scored twice since I looked at it last. Wow.
Did not see that.
I don't know. We know LCC's going to have a dandy season, but I don't know who could have seen that coming.
Not 44-6.
6 is what jumps out to me.
Yeah, 2 receivers way to the far side, almost out of the camera view, and it is a running play, and Keegan Gray Wyckoff is all over that. Hartsock had nowhere to go, and he's knocked back to the 10.
You know what I like about Gray Wyckoff, Lynn? His demeanor. I just like the way he carries himself. Makes a big play in the backfield there for his team. Just gets up and acts like he's been there before.
He has been there before a few times.
Yes, he has, and love the way he carries himself.
Now it is going to be 2nd and goal back at the 10. They had it just outside the 2 to start this series of plays, but now back to the 10. 2nd and goal there. Meek in motion. They're going to flip it out to him, trying to get the edge is Meek, and Keegan Gray Wyckoff is again there.
I'll tell you what, he really, and now this is the point in the evening, Lynn, where you kind of get your second wind, and, you've kind of got the butterflies worked out. Gray Wyckoff there, holy smoke. Made a play in the backfield a minute ago. Now he runs the sweep down on the perimeter, showing his versatility there.
Close to 5 on that run.
I got to believe that if I'm calling the plays and I'm going to run the sweep to the perimeter, I'm going opposite Gray Wyckoff.
Well, they did that time. He skated across and made the play, Coach.
That time I think he was on
Was he on that side?
He was.
Okay, I thought he was on this side.
The play before he came across.
3rd and goal here. Hartside throws it in the end zone. It is Malachi Smith. Touchdown, Montpelier. Hartsock looked like he had nowhere to go with it, and at the last second, one of those Tim Tebow jump passes right to Malachi Smith, and Montpelier adds to their lead, 20-14.
That's one of those I'd like to know the play design there. Was it a design, some sort of pop pass where maybe the receiver got jammed at the line of scrimmage and he wasn't available right away, or was there more to it than that? But it did have the Tebow feel to it. Very, very nice play by Hartsock.
Smeltzer's PAT is partially blocked, but it snuck across the crossbar. It brushed it and got over. 21-7 Montpelier with 8:50 to go here in the 3rd stanza.
Well, it all started with the Carter Meek run on the first play from scrimmage here in the 3rd quarter, and a couple of penalties or a tackle for loss, and then a penalty for the Locos. They were able to punch it in.
Impressive opening drive of the second half, and Montpelier is taking charge here a little bit with a 21-7 advantage.
Yeah, if you're Antwerp, what you've got to do here to stay in this one is you've got to have a sustained drive here. You got to move the chains, possess the ball. Cannot afford a 3 and out. This Loco offense is kind of in a rhythm here.
Antwerp set for their first possession in the second half. They've been shut out since their opening drive of the night, a 65-yard march that they punched it in. But since then, the Montpelier defense has taken charge.
They have. They've been aggressive, Lynn. I'm curious to see here if Antwerp comes out and it's kind of a replay of the opening drive of the game, if we get just a ton of quarterback runs, or are they maybe going to go to the air and try to get the ball in the perimeter with some quick screens and things?
Clevenger and Lucas back deep here for the Archers. It is going to be Clevenger on the far side. Spins his way, breaks loose, and then he is knocked down as a tackle at the ankles brings him down at about the 37-yard line, and that is where Antwerp will begin their second half.
I believe, Clevenger's dangerous when he gets the ball. He's got some shake. I believe that was Eidneier that made that stick for the Locos.
1st and 10.
3 receivers of the near side for Ryder Hines. 2 receivers to the far side. Hines going to keep it. He's got some running room, close to 5 on first down there.
It's exactly how the game started there, Lynn. So, not exactly. They threw one pass to start the game and then went to that. So, if you're Jason Hale, though, as I like to say, stay the course. We got an eternity left. No need to hit the panic button.
Gives them 5 on first down, 2nd and 5 for Hines, and they're going to stick with him, just punching it through the middle, and that's enough for the first down out towards the midfield stripe.
Well, it looks to me right now, Lynn, like Coach Jason Hale challenged his guys. That's what those first 2 runs looked like for the Archers. Just kind of a gut check, dig down, and get them blocked.
1st and 10 for Antwerp.
Take a look at Gray Wyckoff here at his tackle position.
Clevenger to the left. He's going to get it. Find some running room for about 3, maybe 2.
All he did there was just try to turn the defender out.
Second down and about 8.
You know, I know it's not flashy, but that's still a good, solid first down play for Antwerp.
Got just 2, 2nd and 8 here for the Archers. 2 receivers to the far side. Another run for Ryder Hines, and again, not much there, and a quick penalty marker. That'll be a hold on the visitors.
You know, Lynn, anytime you have a runner, not every time, but many times you have a runner try to get the edge and your blocker's trying to get him sealed, that's the result oftentimes. So that's going to put Antwerp behind the sticks here. And, you know, this is an Archer team. There's some youth here. I don't know that anybody's built for this down and distance, but this young Archer team probably isn't at this point in the season.
2nd and long here for Antwerp. Quads to the near side, 1 receiver to the far side. Going to throw it quickly here to the bottom. It's a nice gainer for Antwerp out towards the midfield stripe again as Fuller made the grab.
I love it. I love that. And if you're Antwerp, I think you give him a heavy dose of that. Get it to Fuller in space. He's a nice athlete. And let him make a play. Very well done. Makes it manageable on 3rd down.
3rd and 9 here for the Archers. .702 to go here in the 3rd. Hines rolling to the far side. He's looking, throws. It is tipped, and it is going to be caught by his receiver on the far side. That was Clevenger, I believe. Was that 2, Coach? Yes, it was.
It was. Yeah, it looked like it might be picked, and then excellent concentration by Clevenger. Wow. You'll take it if you're the Archers.
No doubt about that. Versailles up 14-0 on Harvest Prep late in the 2nd quarter.
Wow. Columbus Grove now with a 21-6 lead over Pandora Gilboa.
Archers move the sticks. It'll be Hines again and a quick penalty marker again. Hines breaks loose, and we'll check the flag here.
Sideline, possibly a sideline warning. I didn't see the signal.
Legal shift.
Sideline warning.
And a sideline warning on the Archers, I believe. Well,
run the clock. Yep.
Looks dark out there from our vantage
Yeah, it does.
point, Lynn.
Yes, it does. Clevenger on the inside run. He's going to pick his way for a nice gainer, close to 6 or 7 there.
Boy, Clevenger did a great job there. There wasn't a big hole there initially. Did a great job keeping his feet moving and kind of picking his way. Good first down gain.
Going to give him 5 on that first down carry. 5:45 to go here in the 3rd. Hines in the shotgun again. Fuller in motion. They're going to give it to him. Cuts it back inside, and not much there. He gets a couple. It'll be 3rd down and short for the Archers.
Yeah, nice job by the Loco defense there.
World Peace was in on the stop there. 6', 180 sophomore.
Gotta believe if you're the Archers, you've got 2 downs to get this. Probably no question about that. See what they do here on 3rd down.
Trips to the far side, 2 receivers to the near side for Hines. He is going to keep it, following his blocker. He's going to have enough for a first down and a lot more. Gets it inside the 10, down close to the 5-yard line.
Boy, he did a nice job there, Lynn, of tucking behind number 70, Aiden Dunderman, who showed his athleticism on that play, getting out and
That's the big D of the Dunderman twins.
Well, I'll tell you, did a nice job of leading the way there.
4:30 to go here, third quarter. 21-7 Montpelier. Roars in motion.
Same
Hines keeps it close to the goal line and knocked down at about the 1 yard line.
Exact same play, Lynn. The only difference there, the quarterback went flying by Dunderman before he could even pick up his initial block. He wasn't waiting.
Second and goal. Ball is close to the 1 yard line. As Antwerp trying to cut this lead in half. Late third stanza, trailing at 21-7. It'll be Ryder Hines again, and he gets submarined right away. Was that Malachi Smith?
I think it was
he's
74, Lynn.
Okay.
Zane Stahl,
but
6'3", 270 junior, I believe, is who got in there and submarined it.
But the Archers punched it in there, though. Just enough for Ryder Hines to get it across the goal line.
I didn't even watch the result, Lynn. I was watching Stahl. Big kid.
Clevenger on to kick the PAT.
What a response by the Archers,
Yes. 3:48 to go here in the third. Clevenger's kick is going to be good, and we're going to take a break.
High school seniors, are you considering a career in construction? The Gherkin Companies is growing fast and seeks rock-solid performers to join our team. As a leader in road construction, the Gherkin Companies has opportunities for hardworking individuals in various roles. With a generous benefits package, ongoing training, and a culture that rewards effort, we offer a path to a fulfilling career. Visit gherkincompanies.com/careers to learn more and apply today.
Welcome to Sattler Family Meats, located in Napoleon, Ohio.
Where quality, tradition, and service come first.
We have a variety of different products and cuts made in-house daily.
We offer a wide variety of frozen products from chicken to beef, grass-fed beef, and pork products, as well as 21 different flavors of brats.
Along with all of our in-house products, we also offer custom processing. For more information, find us on Facebook or at our retail location in Napoleon, Ohio.
Welcome back to Hobie Krause Field, where it's 21-14 Montpelier as the Archers cut that lead in half with a touchdown drive there. Their first since the opening drive of the night, as darkness starts to engulf Montpelier on the opening Thursday night of the season.
Lynn, I like how Coach Hale and the Archers went about that drive. They threw the ball one time, and that was that little quick throw screen out to Fuller. Nice positive play, but other than that, they stuck on the ground, and mostly with Ryder Hines, the quarterback.
Player to get it back. Their offense has kicked it in gear here.
Yeah, they have.
Clevenger to kick it away. Puts his leg into it. It's a high kick to the near side. Is it going to get out of bounds? No, it is not. Guilford is going to have to pick it up, and he gets buried at the 23-yard line.
Boy, nice job by the young Archer kickoff unit flying down there. And good job by Guilford to avert disaster there by getting that kick fielded. And see if the Archers got a little momentum going here. If I'm Montpelier, Carter Meek's getting some touches here.
I agree. Had a big one the last drive that got him right down there on the first play of this second half. That's quick moving third quarter, 3:45. That's all that's left. Hartsock with Meek to his right. Malachi Smith is going to jump in there here for the Locos.
Smith, 5'10", 200. That's a compact football player.
Yes. Hartsock takes the snap, hands it off to Carter Meek. He pours it in there and still going. He's going to be close to the 30 and finally knocked down there, but another nice run by Carter Meek. Boy, this backfield's going to be fun to watch this season with Meek and Hartsock back there, and they've shown the ability to also throw it too.
Yeah, they really are. And the thing about Meek, Lynn, he was like at top speed when he got that handoff. I think it took him 2 steps to get to top speed when he
Yes.
hit the line of scrimmage.
Yes.
I'm going to check out the blocking scheme on that.
Meek got 7 there. Guilford to the right this time of Hartsock. Second and 3. Gonna fake it. And Hartsock is piled up and buried by several Archers that time.
Well, that's a significant defensive play by Antwerp on the heels of that first down Meek run. Now you have him in 3rd and medium, and you have a fighting chance to force a punt here. Very nice job.
Hartsock a little bit slow at getting up there, a little hitch in his giddy up. Hopefully he is okay.
I'll tell you what, he got swarmed there by that defensive interior.
Looks like he's shaking it off. Be 3rd down and 4, a loss of a yard there on 2nd down.
Is Meek one of the receivers, or is he getting a breather, Lynn? I don't see him out there.
I think he's the back receiver to the far side, isn't he, Coach?
Yes, he is.
Hartsock is going to throw it. Now he's going to take off and run. Can he get the corner? The Archer's in pursuit. Cuts it back inside.
I think he got it.
I think he did get it. It's going to be enough for the first down. The freshman Lucas tried to make the stop there.
Yeah, Meek was a slot receiver to the top, as you said, so he was on the field. Boy, I'll tell you, it just adds a dimension when you have a quarterback that can run like that and just put so much stress on the defense.
1st and 10 out to the 38, 1:55 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Meek to the left of Hartsock. He is going to get it on the inside and not much there. Good job by the Archers to make the stop.
Boy, oh
pretty
boy.
quickly.
Yeah, they got penetration.
Roars, Lucas, Riley Smith.
Yeah, point of attack, penetration. It's what you do. You got to limit first down rushing. And Antwerp helped their own cause there. Very nice job.
2nd and 10, no gain on first down. Malachi Smith, the tight end to the far side, 2 receivers to this side. Meek to the left of Hartsock. Guilford now in motion. They're going to toss it to him. He's going to try to get the edge, and he is not going to. Good job by the Archer defense again. Gage Clevenger, I believe, was there.
Yeah, they ran it to Gray Wyckoff's side, Lynn, but he got so far upfield, he kind of took himself out of the play, but it was not a factor because his teammates did a great job flying to the ball.
3rd and 11. Montpelier is going to have to snap it one more time here in this 3rd quarter. Play clock at 20, game clock at 28.
This is as big a play defensively as there's been in this game for Antwerp.
Antwerp is going to need a stop here. 3rd down and 11.
Better keep an eye on number 3.
Hartsock looking to throw. Now he steps up. Now he's going to take off and run. Clevenger is there. Can he get past Clevenger? Not quite. Going to get it out to the 45, about 4 yards short of a first down is Hartsock. He gave everything he had there, and that's going to end the 3rd quarter. Montpelier going to face a 4th down and about 3 when we come back to open up the 4th quarter, and probably a punt. We will be back right after these messages.
Welcome to Sattler Family Meats, located in Napoleon.
Hard-working individuals have been the heart of the Gherkin companies for generations. We're a leader in road construction and building material supply, and we're experiencing rapid growth and expansion. As our name implies, the Gherkin companies is several businesses rolled into one. Companies with different names and areas of specialization, each powered by an incredible mix of dedicated people. We're looking for passionate, caring, and trustworthy individuals who want to grow alongside us. We pride ourselves on offering a generous benefits package, continuous training, top-notch equipment, and a workplace culture that celebrates and rewards hard work. At the Gherkin Companies, we understand that where you work matters. So whether you have years of industry experience or are just starting your career, we encourage you to apply. Ready to take the next step in building a brighter future with us? Discover our current job openings at gherkincompanies.com/careers today.
Thank you to the Gherkin Companies, title sponsor of our Gamecast this season. Tomorrow night we will be at the Buck as Defiance and Napoleon renew their rivalry in the Maumee River Rock game, now that they call it.
First year for the River Rock, Lynn, was 2009.
That's
my second year at Napoleon.
Good memory, Coach.
Well, thank you. And we won that game on a field goal, 10-7.
I know who blocked it.
All zeros on the clock.
Tyson Egler?
Okay, we blocked it. That led to us making one to win it.
Okay.
It was Joel Spurgeon that
Okay,
blocked
why
it.
was I thinking Tyson Egler?
I'll tell you why in a minute.
Let's see if Montpelier is lined up to go for it. Antwerp, ooh, and they did. They're going to get him for a neutral zone infraction.
Boy, he waited to throw the flag.
I didn't know if he was going to. About a second or two delay. Oh, they're going to call a false start on Montpelier. Okay. I thought he got. I didn't think he got across the line, but.
So the reason everybody thinks Agler blocked it is because that's what all the newspapers had.
And I think that's what I heard on the radio.
Absolutely you did, and you're not wrong, but when you watch the film and talk to Joel Spurgeon, he clearly is the one that got it.
Okay.
Agler got the credit. It led to us kicking a field goal with zeros on the clock as it went through the upright.
Montpelier, you're going to punt this away now for sure on fourth. Well, I shouldn't say for sure 4th and 8. The snap is high, but it's fielded and it is away. It's a short punt. It is going to be downed inside the 40 at about 37-yard line. Tyson Egler out in Nebraska area these days, I believe. He works for a newspaper out there. Does a great job. Cut his teeth at the Crescent News as I trained. We used to call him Hog Molly. He called the linemen Hog Mollies in an article, and the name stuck.
You know, he was one of the finest young men I ever coached.
Nicest.
Len. Yep, and he turned himself into a very good defensive lineman.
Antwerp back with the ball, and it's Ryder Haynes as he gets it across the 40 out to about the 41. It'll be second down and about 6 or 7 here.
You know, Lynn, the previous scoring drive for Antwerp, it was Hines right, Hines left, Hines right, pass to Fuller, and then all Hines. Is there any way they can march down the field on his back again?
I wouldn't doubt it.
I mean, it's just unbelievable.
11:20 to go here in this game. 21-14. Montpelier leads it. Hines. This time he's going to give it to Clevenger, trying to sneak through and surges forward out across the 45 to the 46-yard line.
Is that a flag or what?
Yeah, there is one on the far side, Coach.
Boy, Clevenger does a good job of making himself skinny, doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
I mean, there was not a running lane on that play, and somehow another sideline.
Coach has got to shake off the rust, too.
Yeah, they do. But I'll tell you, it's unacceptable. It really is. I mean, you got to have, what do you have? You have your get-back coach, right? And so Coach
Does Big Hale have one?
Well, he might be the get-back coach. I always had one because the officials always ask you before the game, Coach, who's your get-back coach? And you know what I used to say? Why does it matter?
Yeah.
It's whatever coach tells them to get back at the time. I don't designate that.
2nd and 6. Ryder Hines shakes, tries to get through the hole, and Malachi Smith was again there. Boy, 44. Malachi Smith is he looks good.
Yeah,
he's a player.
He's tough. And so what do you do in the program when you have like offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, get back coach? It'd be kind of embarrassing being designated as a get back coach, I think.
How many high schools have a get back coach?
I always did.
Did you?
Yeah.
You really did?
I did.
Who was your get-back coach?
Carl Junker. And, you know, I just designated him every time the officials asked.
3rd and 4 here for Antwerp. This is a big play. Early 4th quarter. It is going to be complete and not going to be enough for a first down, though, as Fuller grabbed it, and I think he's just short.
Lynn, I want to
Now they're going to say it's enough for the first down. Okay.
I want to give all the credit in the world there to Michael Roars, the 5'11 senior, number 16 for Antwerp. He blocked his tail off from beginning until the whistle to allow his teammate to get that first down.
1st and 10 at the 47 for the Antwerp Archers. They trail it by 7, 21-14. 3 receivers to the near side. Fuller now in motion. He is going to get it. Cuts it back outside towards the Antwerp sidelines. They string him out to the Locos, and he's going to end up getting a nice carry there for close to 6 yards.
I'll tell you, he did a fantastic job making something out of nothing. I give Montpelier a ton of credit because Antwerp's been pounding it between the tackles, and now they try to stretch him out, and Montpelier was ready for it. Just couldn't get him down.
Give him 6. 2nd and 4. 9:27 to go in this one. 3 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. Clevenger fakes it to him to Hines, and he's going to push forward and get a first down. And Antwerp has something going here to the 41-yard line.
You know, that was a little different Hines run than the straight quarterback powers. There was just a little token run fake that freezes the backside of that defense. I like a little more of that mixed in as opposed to the straight run. Not always, but a mix.
Going to get a timeout from Andy Robinson, the first timeout here of the second half. We're going to take it with him. American Freedom Energy and Grandma's General Store off Route 24 on State Route 109, just south of Liberty Center, now has 88 unleaded fuel and is your one-stop shop for fuel, food, drinks, and much, much more, including locally raised meats and home-baked goods. American Freedom Energy and Grandma's General Store is proud to support Black Swamp Football and is the host of the Black Swamp Football podcast, football show, and Saturday mornings Rise and Rewind. Stop in and see Glenn and Greg today and make American Freedom Energy and Grandma's General Store a part of your everyday routine. Thank you to Glenn and Greg Badenhop at American Freedom Energy, host of our podcast and Saturday mornings Rise and Rewind show. We'll be back this Saturday at 9 a.m. for our first edition of Rise and Rewind of 2026. 1st and 10 here, though, for Antwerp as the Archers trying to tie this one up, or maybe if Coach Hale wants to get greedy, maybe go for 2 in the lead. 1st and 10, just outside the 40 at the 41. It is going to be Hines keeping it, and they have him in the backfield this time. Do the Locomotives.
Yeah, Ryan Riggenbach did a nice job, and that almost looked like a read. Sometimes it's not a read, it's just a fake and a keeper. He put that deep in Clevenger's belly there, almost like it was a true read, and Riggenbach did a very nice job of staying home. Like player down for, is it Antwerp?
Yeah, there's
Antwerp.
an Archer down. Riggenbach was a little shaken up, but it looks like he's going to be okay.
Yeah, that's...
As they tend to the injury, we're going to take another timeout with them.
This is 18-hole par 72 White Pines Golf Course. With greens that roll truthfully, tough holes, and some scenery that you just have to see for yourself. Tee times available throughout the fall. Call and book today.
The biggest wins don't happen by accident. They happen because of the team behind them. At Swanton Welding, we know what it takes to bring big ideas to life. With decades of experience in structural steel and custom metal fabrication, our team has the skills and capabilities to deliver. Metal is what we fabricate. Confidence is what we deliver. Swanton Welding.
Going to be 2nd down and 10, and the big news is Ryder Hines has went off the field with some kind of a lower leg injury, and we're bringing in their backup, and it's going to be a quick throw.
Freshman, Lynn.
Carson Hughes in at quarterback, and they let him throw it on first down. How about that?
5'11", 145, freshman.
Down to the 39. It'll be 3rd down and 8. See Ryder Hines, is he on the bench or is he standing up now, Coach? I don't see him.
He was laying down in front of the bench. Now he's standing up, trying to walk it off.
3rd and 8. It is going to be a Clevenger run, picking his way, and just not enough there. Montpelier all over that, and they make the stop. Riggenbaugh, I believe, was one of the locomotives in there on that stop.
I think you have to punt it and pin them here, Lynn. The punting game for either team, isn't stellar, so you can't bank on pinning them. But I think Hines is coming back in, so that maybe changes things.
I don't know if he was dealing with a little bit of a cramp, and they just couldn't get it worked out. It's been a night where I haven't seen much cramping. Usually early on in the season you see a lot of it, but so far it's been a pretty good night for both sides.
Yeah, it has. They're going.
4th down and 8. Roars in motion to the near side. Hines takes the snap. He's looking. He's got a man open. It's tipped and incomplete. He had Fuller, and it fell incomplete. The up guy for the Locos made the play.
Yeah, the reason it was permissible for them to hit Fuller was because the ball was tipped.
Yes.
Otherwise, it would have been interference, and
Yes.
I know a couple people wanted that, but no, the ball was tipped. Nice play by the Locos.
Once it's tipped, you can tee off.
You got it, buddy.
And
you got it.
A couple of Locos did exactly that. I didn't see who tipped that for Montpelier, but a nice play is.
Now, if you're Coach Rob, you want to just grind this out.
Mm-hmm.
And I got to believe Carter Meek and Wesley Hartsock will have a lot to say about that.
7:48 to go. Hartsock with Meek to his left. High snap. Hartsock is just going to have to keep it, and he's going to do what he can, and he's going to pick up some nice yardage, close to 3 there for Wes Hartsock. Gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Okay, good. Hartsock laid there for a second. He got tackled.
He got a little dinged up their last offensive series a little bit, Coach, I think, but he was kind of limping in. But
you know what, Lynn? He's one of those players, though. His style, it's just kind of a rugged style.
Yes.
And so there's going to be a lot of nights like this.
Gain of 3, 2nd down and 7 for Montpelier. Hartsock dealing with something. Going to hand this one off to Carter Meek. Watch out. He gets it out to the midfield stripe and into Antwerp territory. Enough for a 1st down. He gets a little bit of a seam, and he can really go.
No, he accelerates really, really well. He's a physical runner. If you're the Archers, if you're the Locos, Lynn, you've got to really, really make sure you have 2 hands in traffic, because Antwerp right now is going to be stripping and ripping, which they have to.
Delphus St. John's, 34-6 over Sidney Lehman tonight.
How about that? And just 1 year ago, Sidney Lehman had their way in that game,
yes,
right?
They did. Yes, they did.
Give the Blue Jays credit.
I don't know how much they were expecting out of the Blue Jays this season and Coach Schulte, but a nice first night so far. They got to finish it off. Hartsock is going to keep it. He's going to look to go around the right side and gets about 4 more, and that's all Andy Robinson wants. 3-4 yards and keep moving the chains and watch that clock dwindle down.
No, absolutely. And, we talk about Carter Meek's acceleration. Boy, Wesley Hartsock can go from 0 to 60 in a hurry, too.
Yes. Under the 6-minute mark at the 46 of Antwerp. And Coach Andy Robinson and crew in no hurry to snap this down to 15.
No, if you're Coach Rob, you want to get about 6 here. You don't even want to. You want 3rd and 1.
Guilford and Meek flanking. Hartsock. It is going to be Carter Meek barreling his way and finally knocked down, but just kind of like you said, he got about 4, Coach.
Yeah, boy, I'll tell you, Hines with a physical tackle there, Ryder Hines, the quarterback, but boy, on defense, he plays like a linebacker.
Antwerp may get one more possession in this one.
Yep.
Depending on how this Montpelier drive goes, it's 3rd and 4. They're going to need a stop here. The clock is going to become an issue for them.
It is. They do have all three timeouts, but a first down here, as you said, Lynn, will be
3rd and 4 here for the Locomotives. Meek to the left of Hartsock. Play clock down to 4, 3. Hartsock is going to keep it, looking for some way. He's going to get around the edge, cuts it back inside. Hartsock knocked out of bounds finally. But a first down run on 3rd down, and that was a big, big run by the senior quarterback.
Yeah, all the offensive line did, Lynn, there was just kind of build a wall for Hartsock, and he used the aggressive pursuit of Antwerp against him. He just kind of put on the brakes and let them all overrun him.
Yep.
And but you got to turn on the jets when you're pursuing him because he's so fast on the edge. So you're darned if you do, darned if you don't.
4:32 remaining now. Meek to the right of Hartsock. One receiver to the bottom, 2 to the top.
Meek's turn here.
You are correct. Gets away from a couple tackles, dragging Roars. But a nice gain of 6 or 7 on first down, and the clock will run. And Antwerp has got to figure out a way to slow down this rushing attack. And their big gun on defense, Keegan Gray-Wyckoff, is going to go off for a little bit of a breather.
Lynn, these two teams, if you watch the things happening around the point of attack, they are getting after each other, buddy. I mean, they are really getting after each other. And I don't mean in a bad way. I'm not saying that.
No.
I mean just both teams
tough
laying
physical
it.
football.
Yeah, laying it on the line.
Give him 5 there on first down. Balls at the 24. Hartsock sends Guilford in motion. It is going to be another Meek run. Spins his way. And enough for another first down at the 3:39 mark.
Now we'll see if it's Hartsock's turn again. They've just kind of been taking turns, and what a 1-2 punch, as you mentioned earlier. And there'll be a handful for opponents.
Jason Hale have to start thinking about using those timeouts on this series.
Yeah, and it's probably going to depend what happens here. Like, let's say they get a tackle for loss here. He's going to burn one, I would believe.
Down to 3:15, still 15 on the play clock, so they can get it inside of 3 minutes before they snap it again. Hartsock in the shotgun. Fakes the handoff. He takes off around the right side. Stay in bounds, young man. And he will. But
boy, Ryder Hines is all over the place.
But another nice gain for Wes Hartsock.
The thing about Hartsock, Lynn, if you rush upfield too aggressively, which Antwerp just did there, and it's tempting. I know you want to go after him and get him in the clutches, but you almost have to slow play it.
Yep.
You know, and cat and mouse him a little bit, because if you commit, you're going to be wrong.
2:30 exactly to go. 2nd and 4.
If they hold him to no gain or a loss, there will be a timeout here.
Still 7 on the play clock. Hartsock letting it run down. He is going to hand this one off to Carter Meek. Roars has a hold of him. Now he spins loose, and they're going to call his forward progress dead, and Jason Hale's going to use a timeout, his first. He has 2 left, 21-14, 2:07 to go. It's going to be 3rd down and a couple.
Yeah, a long 2. Yeah, Coach Hale, he had his hand forced there. He had to call it there.
4 down territory, obviously, here for Montpelier.
100%. First down would pretty much all but seal it here. And again, don't want to beat a dead horse, Lynn, but ball security is everything in this situation.
Yes. Well, what was the game we saw Antwerp at the playoffs?
Delphus
Jefferson, yes.
The Jefferson, it was
Jefferson had that game won. It was
Oh.
pretty much the final play they had to run before they could have burnt the clock, and got a little loose with it and fumbled it. And
And Lynn, I'll never forget, the young man took the handoff and he got through the line of scrimmage, but he was just carrying the ball away from his body, and you're thinking, he's going to lose this
I remember I think you said it right before it happened.
I did.
Yeah.
I did. I said, oh, my goodness, protect the ball, young man, and he fumbled it. So, Antwerp's going to be stripping it, and Coach Hale's telling him that.
Yep. 3rd and 2, 2:07 to go, 21-14. The Montpelier Locomotives with the lead. Opening night of the Ohio High School prep season in the Buckeye State, and we've been treated to a good one here. To the right of Hartsock is Meek. You have to think one of the two are going to get it here. Would they dare throw it?
No. No. Watch. I've been wrong before, but no.
And Hartsock is going to keep it. Okay. Not going to be enough. No gain at all. It'll be 4th down and a couple as Antwerp is selling out for the run, and Jason Hale uses his 2nd timeout. The game is going to come down to this play right here. A first down will end it. A first down.
Yeah, this is it.
This is it. If Antwerp can get a stop, they'll have one last chance with their offense.
We've seen that a couple times, Len, that snap a minute ago, just high enough to kind of cost him a half a step, and don't know if it would have mattered totally, but maybe cost him a yard. This is it here.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Antwerp, you got to just sell out here. Yeah, there's not much else you can do than try to stop the Hartsock run. Do they?
Yeah. 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 If they have a kid that can.
Fourth and 2 coming up as we come out of the timeout for Antwerp. They have. Says they have 2 left, but they should have just 1.
Nope, you're right.
Scoreboard's not right, is it, Coach?
Nope, you are correct, Lynn. 1 timeout each. Now, you mentioned they wouldn't dare throw it, would they? If you ever wanted to throw a pop pass here to Malachi Smith, he'd probably be all alone.
Some little misdirection or something would probably do it too.
Yeah.
And looks like Andy Robinson is going to take a timeout as well.
You know what I think makes them difficult to defend, Montpelier, when they have this backfield action? They have Guilford in the backfield with Carter Meek, okay? And Guilford takes off pre-snap and kind of motions wide. And then you have that action with Carter Meek. Hartsock can give it or keep it. But when you motion Guilford out on the perimeter initially, it essentially forces that entire half the defense to freeze. And I just think that's a difficult backfield action to defend. We'll see if we get something like that here. But Coach Rob, he may have something that we don't know about because we weren't at practice all week.
Yes. 2:01, 21-14. Montpelier leads it on the scoreboard. It's 4th down and 2.
Although the coaches seem to tell you everything, Len.
Yeah, they've had these 2-bunch look close to the sidelines, and that has kind of been a given that it's going to be a Hartsock run. Let's see if they. Would you dare not even cover those guys? I'm just saying. Would you dare not even cover them?
I would do what they're doing. Just have one token guy out there. Yeah.
Now they're going to run the defender back out there, but I don't think there's any chance. It's going to be a Carter Meek run, and I don't know. I don't think he got it. Good stop by the Archers, and they're going to get it back with 2 minutes. And the scoreboard says 2. I think they just have that one timeout, right, Coach?
You're 100% correct, Lynn. Lynn, I know they didn't get it, but I love what Carter Meek did there. He did not waste any motion. He took the ball and absolutely poured it in there. He just needed a little more push at the point of attack. But when you have Dunderman and guys like that in there anchoring that defensive line, it's hard to get movement.
Ryder Hines looks like he's all right. He's back in there at quarterback. They have the ball at their own 8-yard line. Exactly 2 minutes, 1 timeout remaining for Antwerp. Hines is going to throw. Look into the near side. Throws. It is complete or drop. Nope. End up dropping to the ground, looking for Michael Roars.
Actually, Lynn, that's better.
Yes, I agree. Minimal gain,
Yep, it would have. Yeah, they would have wasted a lot of time there, so they're better off. Live to fight another day.
They need a chunk play here, 20-plus yards to really get this drive moving.
If they have enough time, I like a deep square in to Fuller. Can they protect
Second
it?
and 10, rolling out. Ryder Hines, he's under heavy pressure, and now he is going to go down, and he's knocked down in bounds, and Jason Hale has to use that final timeout. Had to use it there.
Again, something deep over the middle is probably going to be open because you have to imagine Montpelier's going to loosen up the safeties here a little bit. But again, the age-old question I always used to ask my coaches, they have all these ideas. We can do this. Can we protect it?
Yes.
And if you can't, then nothing else matters.
Right. 1:44 remaining. That's the final timeout that we believe they have. Now, there's still one on the scoreboard, but I would think the officials have it down there on the field, right?
I would agree. And, Lynn, I'm going to tell you this right now. If we're wrong and they indeed do have one,
well, I know they've called 3 timeouts.
There it is.
I know they've called 3.
They finally fixed it.
They called 2 on.
Yeah, I would.
Last 2 plays, and I think they called 1 before that on defense.
They did.
Second and 10, no gain there. Or I'm sorry, it should be third down. Scoreboard's wrong. Third down and 8.
No timeouts either way.
Safety's playing real deep here for Montpelier. Don't want anything behind him. Hines this time has plenty of time. Looking, throws it over the middle. Watch out. That is going to be intercepted. Montpelier with the pick. Was that Foster, Coach?
Kean Foster, number 9, I believe.
And that will do it with 1:31 remaining.
Yep, Foster.
Montpelier's defensive backs have done a great job. Antwerp's receivers just haven't been able to get loose.
No, and you never really felt like Antwerp ever had an advantage on the flanks tonight. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah, I agree.
So many years they did.
Yes.
A lot of youth on that Archer team.
Yeah, no doubt. 1:31 left. A couple kneel downs will salt this one away, and Andy Robinson and crew will head to Swanton next week, looking to go 2-0.
Bulldogs will have their hands full with the Locos, Lynn. I'm going to tell you that right now.
I'm going to snap it in the shotgun. That make you nervous as a coach?
Oh, you're
a little old-fashioned, though.
Oh, the day you catch me taking a knee from shotgun formation, Lynn, is the day donkeys fly. Would never happen. Now, Coach Robinson's got a little more courage than I do. He's a little more new age.
That's all they do in practice is snap it in the shotgun.
They do.
Probably make him a little more nervous if they went under center,
yep,
right?
Yep. And there is a ton of truth to that. I don't like shotgun in practice. I don't like it in the game. But
going to have to snap it 2 more times. Once more after this one to really seal it.
And then he just caught that snap with one hand.
Yeah, nonchalant.
he's such a confident athlete. I really like Hartsock.
Let's see. Nope, they aren't going to have to snap it again. They have not started the play clock. Finally do, and Montpelier will not have to snap it, and they're going to win this one 21-14. We have to hand out our post-game awards, the Swanton Welding Iron Man of the game, and also our Black Swamp Safe Pet Dog of the game. We're going to take some time to hear from some of our sponsors. We'll come back and wrap up the broadcast.
Attention high school seniors. Are you ready to build your future? Join the Gherkin Companies, a leader in road construction and material supply. Whether you're a hands-on person or love working behind the scenes, we have a place for you. At Gherkin, we don't just construct roads, we create lasting careers. Enjoy outstanding benefits, ongoing training, and a workplace that feels like family. Visit gherkincompanies.com/careers and start shaping your future today.
Big news for athletes and families across Northwest Ohio. Napoleon Physical Therapy and Sports Medicine is officially under new ownership, joining the trusted team behind Bryan Physical Therapy and Defiance Physical Therapy. we're proud to expand our care across Northwest Ohio, offering specialized services like dry needling, blood flow restriction, and weekly bump clinics for local athletes. Don't let aches or injuries slow down your season. Stop by our new Napoleon office at 1322 Woodlawn Avenue or call us at 419-599-0888 or learn more at DefiancePhysicalTherapy.com.
The biggest wins don't happen by accident. They happen because of the team behind them. At Swanton Welding, we know what it takes to bring big ideas to life. With decades of experience in structural steel and custom metal fabrication, our team has the skills and capabilities to deliver. Metal is what we fabricate. Confidence is what we deliver. Swanton Welding.
Thank you to all of our sponsors, and we welcome you back to the Black Swamp Football Gamecast presented by the Gherkin Companies. I have to hand out our post-game awards as Montpelier comes away with a 21-14 victory on the first night of the high school football season in Northwest Ohio and around the state. Do you have some scores there for us, Coach, before we go off the air here?
Sure do, Lynn. The Leipzig Vikings, impressive tonight in the season opener against Tiffin Calvert. Leipzig 40, Tiffin Calvert 3 is the final. End of the third, St. John's, Delphus St. John's 34, Sidney Lehman 6. LCC at the end of 3, 50. And you said a 50 burger earlier.
They got it, huh?
LCC 50, Shawnee 12. Put that under things I
Boy,
didn't see
tough
coming.
night offensively and defensively for Shawnee. Did not see that coming.
No, and Columbus Grove now rolling, Lynn. 3:11 to go in that game. 42-12 Columbus Grove. They opened it up.
Wow.
They had a blocked punt that they returned for a touchdown and a couple of big red zone stops for Columbus Grove in that game.
We may see that LCC team in action and Columbus Grove in 3 weeks in week 4 at Clymer Stadium.
Oh, boy.
I'd like to see that one if we can for our game cast.
How much fun. I'll tell you, the T-Birds, and I know they have people's attention because on paper they're really good. Boy, they opened some eyes tonight. And so hats off to Coach Stolle and the T-Birds.
Absolutely. Have some post-game awards to hand out. Our Black Swamp Safe Pet Dog of the Game, which is just a dude that exemplifies toughness and just kind of a bad dude, pretty much. He's a dog. It's not a bad thing to be the dog, and we'll get them we're doing a keychain again.
Dog tag.
Dog tag.
Yep. Dog tag compliments of Black Swamp Safe Pet.
Yeah.
And I want to do a better job. I know you and Robbie Myers weekly go around and hand out the Rock Solid Performance Awards. I want to make a concerted effort to get these dog tags out in a more timely manner throughout the season. So I will take responsibility for that. You've got enough on your plate. I need to do a better job of that. So
Swanton Welding Iron Man, they are going to receive a T-shirt courtesy of our good friend Normie Zeider at the Swanton Welding Company.
I want to mention a couple of Antwerp kids. When you talk about Iron Man, boy, Ryder Hines, how many times did he carry the ball? 30 plus tonight?
Yeah.
And then he's all over the place on defense. So
maybe we could put Andy to work doing stats for us too this year. Do you think he can handle both?
I don't know if he can handle it, but he'd try. That's a good
Would
brother.
they be accurate?
I can't promise you, but he would try. Also, Keegan Gray Wyckoff, obviously, as advertised. Boy, showed his versatility defensively and then plays offensive tackle. So there's a couple of archers that really stood out. Boy, when you talk about Iron Men for the Montpelier Locomotives, I really like number 44, Malachi Smith.
I do too. He's my dog.
Yeah, he's a dog, and he does a lot of the dirty work. You know, I mean, he's playing offense, but he's not going to touch the ball much. He's going to get an occasional pop pass.
He had the touchdown pass, right?
Yep,
down here in the north end zone.
Yep, he's an absolute dog. Wesley Hartsock's a dog. Goodness gracious, he's tough. He carried the load and did a great job. How about sophomore Dom Guilford? Number 22. He's just a sophomore and maybe a bit undersized. And boy, oh boy, he does a lot for the Locos. And then in the trenches, Zane Stahl. Zane Stahl is a man, and he's 6'3", 270.
Yes.
And so he's a dog as well.
Go ahead. You make the call. I think Hartsock and Malachi Smith would be my two guys, and you can pick what they get.
Yeah.
I don't know that you can go against that, and those guys are going to get a lot of the headlines throughout the season. But
yeah.
Hey,
I know
they did a great job and carried this team tonight a little bit.
They did, and you know they did a nice job. Did Coach Robinson mixing in Carter Meek? I'll tell you, he got my attention, Lynn, and going forward the next few weeks, I will compare, since this is our first game, I will compare the backs that I see going forward the next couple of weeks to Carter Meek. He's got a nice toolbox full of skills. Yep. Yeah, he's tough. So I think that Wesley Hartsock's a dog.
Yep.
I really do. The way he engineers, he's got a little bit of a quiet confidence about him. He's got a little bit of shake, and he's tough. So Wesley Hartsock, the local quarterback, will be our Black Swamp Safe Pet dog of the game.
Okay.
And our Swanton Welding Iron Man of the game, if you approve, I think you do.
I approve.
Malachi Smith.
I approve.
Malachi Smith.
I like it.
I love it.
Thank you to all of our sponsors. Thank you to Joe Briggle here at Montpelier for setting us up tonight. We've been working on this for a couple weeks, and Joe has been as great throughout this process. Can't thank Joe enough. He's as good as they get when it comes to athletic directors.
No, he sure is. And it's fun tonight, Lynn, on a Thursday. Get to work out the kinks, and we're right back at it at Charles Buckenmeyer
tomorrow
Stadium.
Night, Napoleon and Defiance as they go at it in the 104th edition of the Maumee River Rivalry.
Yep. Should be fun.
We will see you again tomorrow night. Have a great Thursday night and a good Friday morning.